I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
Well, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Cactus is here. What is up, you guys? How are you all? Welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday on MECHA TTV. You guys, thank you so much for joining me both now and later. We're back to the best day of the week. We're back to our bread and butter. We're here on Call of the Wild with the one and only Mrs. MECHA with us, guys. You might not be able to hear her this time because little one deleted the game from the console we usually play it on, so she's on a different place, and she may or may not have access to Discord. She might, but I'm not entirely sure. So we might just switch over to an Xbox party today, and she might not be able to do Discord where you can hear her talking. But we are here with Mrs. MECHA, y'all. We're going to be finishing up a little bit of Silver Ridge Peaks. Got two more male mule deer that we got to shoot. Bronze or better, so male mule deer that we got to shoot for the last daily challenge. And then both me and Mrs. MECHA are popping on over to Cuatro Colinas to continue a little bit of hunting while we set up for our roe deer grind at the same time. So without any further ado, guys, let me go ahead and get this up and a rolling, guys. And I forgot my hat for the 50th time. I tell you what. Where's my hat? Where's my hat? Hold on. They're going to see me. They're going to see me without it. All right. We got it. Don't worry. They're not going to see us. The deer aren't going to see us now. Check it out. We're invisible. We are as invisible unless they see the microphone. We are completely invisible unless they see that. All right, guys. How is Cactus doing today? How is everybody doing? For some reason, my headset will not connect to the good old stinking computer. And I don't know what it's doing. It won't even turn on. It amazes me that they charge this much for the only headset in the world that can dual connect to two different things wirelessly and still won't work. Hold on, guys. I'm counting to 30 in my head. We got two more male mule deer to get. We're going to get, I think, $3,000 or $4,000 for doing that. But we got to get them with a shotgun, so we got to get them pretty close. And with the glitch that's going on, that's been continually going on, y'all know, there ain't no way we're going to get them that close right next to each other. So we may try it right next to each other. We may not. You know, we may try and just be on separate parts of the map, but be enjoying the map together. You know, that might be the best we can really do, honestly, if they're never going to fix the game. And it'll be the quickest death of their game they ever had. You know, coming out with new material is fun and all, but, you know, I mean, it's a little ridiculous. It's just a little ridiculous. All right, guys, I'm just trying to get my headset paired here. Hopefully it's going to work with me, but it doesn't look like it is. All right, I'm turning the Bluetooth back off and on. It worked as far as powering it back up and everything, but for some reason, it's just not connecting via Bluetooth to my headset. There we go. Oh, man, tell you what. All right, we're at 60% power. And we're cooking with Crisco now. Here we go, guys. We're cooking with Crisco now. Thank you for your patience. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. Guys, we've had the weirdest change of pace with the channel ever. It's been up and down like crazy. Well, you all probably heard me say it a couple other times today. Probably not the best thing to say live, honestly, but I'm just so completely befuddled by it. We went from having like 250 something concurrent viewers to being invisible again, and I don't know what we did wrong. I don't know what we did wrong other than play Call of the Wild once a week. That's probably it. That's probably boils down to that pretty quick, if I'm being completely honest. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, last Wednesday we had our record-breaking stream for us personally. And then this time around, for some reason, it's like the platform decided to just make us invisible. Totally invisible. I mean, it's crazy. We've been going 2-3 weeks of having 150, 250 people. And for some reason now, our stream is just completely invisible to everybody. Like literally nobody's on, like not a soul right now. We got some weird momentum going up and down, guys, but we're going to keep going. We're not giving up because of that. It's just a very, 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 very not fun thing to go through as a streamer. You go from, you know, nobody watching to 250 something people watching to back to nobody watching within the same month. That's kind of wild. I don't know what we did right or wrong, but we did something right or wrong. All right, let's get Mrs. MECHA here in. Whoa, God dang it. All right, we're going to get her in the party, and then we're going to get her in the game. If we get her in, we can't do that with you sitting right next to me like that, though, because it echoes. Remember? Yep. So I'll invite her to the game. And while we're doing this last daily challenge, y'all, we're really not going to be too worried about being right next to each other. I'm just going to let her hunt on the same map and hang out together. Pretty much what it's going to boil down to. We're going to be in the same place, but we're going to be hunting separate places. Let's see here, y'all. We need to get 2 more mule deer bucks. They have to be bucks because they have to be bronze or better, and doe or not anything. They're unrated, so they have to be male. If somehow we found a less than bronze buck, I would taxidermize that thing in a heartbeat. But so far we haven't found that. So we're going to be finding basically any male mule deer that we can. We need 2 more of them, and we need to take them down with a shotgun. No distance requirement, but it has to be with that gun, so it's going to have to be up close. Let's see, I'm going to the reserves right here on my companion app, and here we are. Here we are. And so it looks like from 22 on, they're, I think, sleeping or, yep. No, they're eating right now. They're eating right now. So from 21 up until 6 in the morning, they are eating. So we're looking for some leafy greens. We're looking for some green leaf symbols with a mule deer on it. It says you left the party, Mrs. MECHA. All right, well, I got to invite you to the party. Otherwise, people will just start jumping in, which reminds me, I haven't actually yet set it to. There we go. All right, we just got to find some mule deer spots at this time of night. We don't really hunt at night as often as during the day, obviously. I think that's pretty much how it mostly goes for most people. But we're going to look and see if there's anything we've already spotted. If not, we're just going to have to start walking into it and seeing what we can do. See, 3 to 6. We got plenty of them from 3 to 6. But we're looking for a mule deer from 22 on. 22 on. And that might be kind of hard to find on this map, to be completely honest with you. It's not hard to find on this map because of the map, but because I haven't really spent much time hunting at 2200 throughout. I haven't hunted throughout the night on this map, barely at all. Hey, there's a spot right there, though. Okay, so we got ourselves a west wind still, so we need to approach from the east. And so we're going to fast travel down this way and make our way northwest and hopefully get ourselves a good look at them. Did y'all know Aldi's has creme brulee for $1? You can get a cup of creme brulee for $1.70 something. So $2, but still. Not even a full $2. Even after tax. Wild. Creme brulee, some pricey stuff. You'd think. I used to make it at the seafood buffet I used to work at. It was an expensive seafood buffet, but back in the day, I'm sure it's just as expensive now, but you know, back in the day, $40. I mean, like 13 years ago, back in the day, $40 to get in, $50 plus to get into a buffet was pretty decent price back then. Now it's like a day out at the Golden Corral. It's like the price difference has been shocking, to say the least, and how things have changed. But that's just how it goes. It's how it's always gone. Man, my ears feel like they need to pop. Let's change an elevation. Right, guys, let's get the glitchy confetti out of the way, huh? Don't know why it's always glitchy the first time. I can run it before, and I can run it after, and I can run it during the warm-up screen on studio mode, and it's still glitchy the first time it runs live. Don't know why. Really shoulda grabbed an ATV for the first 500, 700 meters, but that's all right. Well, we got a warning call, but it wouldn't tell us which direction it came from. We got a black bear mating call as well. I can't say that sounded like anything but a pronghorn. I'm pretty sure that sounded like a pronghorn, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I haven't really played a whole lot of Silver. I played Silver Ridge a number of times, but I haven't played as much of it as like I have some other maps. I do enjoy it, though. Are you back in the party? I sent you an invite. Okay, I can't. Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, pronghorn, that's what it was. Let's see if we can go this direction and find their need zone while we're here, because we need to do some scouting at night. Looks like we probably already found it, but hey, we'll just make sure. It's in a favorable direction for the wind anyway. I mean, not too favorable, but still, but more of an improvement than an unimprovement. All right, we do have a need zone over here that we haven't discovered yet. That's good. That's really good. And it's a mule deer need zone. We evidently spooked them all. Not that I'd ever said it. Unless it's a different time. Let's see if it's a different time. Mule deer 6 to 9, 18 to 21. It was from a different time. We got to get from here all the way to here. Like I said, I should have grabbed an ATV, but who cares? It's not going to be, it's really going to be a good opportunity to scout more if we're not spooking them quite as much. And I feel like it does make a difference with the scouting if you're driving around, both in good and bad ways, but we should have plenty of time. Let me double check and make sure. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. Well, actually, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all, actually. That is completely a lie. They are leaving in the next 42 minutes of game time. So we got about 10 and a half minutes. 10 and a half minutes till they're gone. 10.5 be much more than enough to get there, though. I mean, the walking time to get there is 10 minutes of game time, I think. So we ought to get there. It might be running time, but either way, it will get there by 23:30 at the latest, and they don't leave until the change of the hour after that. So till the clock strikes good old midnight. Mrs. MECHA is currently staring down a bear with her night vision scope. I don't know what rifle she's using. Honey, what rifle are you using? Your headset's up again. There you go. Class 7 to 9, right? Break action. I know it's break action. I know it's class 9. I don't think there's any gun that's only class 8 and 9. Is there? Is there a gun that's only class 8 and 9 instead of 7, 8, and 9? Oh, I'm sorry. Ugh. That is 1,000% a mule deer. And they're fleeing. Son of a biscuit. God, it pisses me right off, I tell you what. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. I should say it ticked me off. But at least we're going to get the zone. We're definitely going to get the zone without a shadow of a doubt. The danger zone? What do you mean the danger zone? Uh-oh, did you get killed? Oh, they won't attack you. Nope. Nope. That's what I've read on the internet, though. They won't attack you. They don't go aggressive. Sounds like it would. Sounds like they would or should, honestly, because they're a freaking mountain lion, but... Yep, from what I've heard. Well, it's pretty accurate. They don't usually attack people. They definitely will and do and have, but it's not a usual thing. All right, so we got a couple hundred meters till we get there. We got to get two more males with the shotgun, but I'm enjoying scouting in the process because we're getting a few zones out of it. We don't ever hunt at midnight in this game very much. I think, like I said, I think most people, some people might. Y'all let me know in the chat. Do you guys usually spend a whole bunch of time hunting at midnight? I don't know. It's definitely not too hard to do. It's just, oh, there's a threat nearby. There's a bison nearby, I bet you. What in the world is a... Yeah, that's a bison. All right, well, if that's what he insists on... He wants the smoke, he said. He said he wants the smoke. He's going to be dead in nothing flat. He's already dead. Let's go. You can stop now, Hank. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it, bub. Here, you earned yourself a biscuit. Come here and get you a biscuit. He likes his biscuits. Attaboy. All right, let's give him a handshake too. Let's give him a handshake because I'm sick of him being unhappy about nothing. I tell you what, he lives his life touring the world, pointing at all the most fabulous animals you'd ever hope to lay your eyes on. All right, guys, we got that male, that silver male, at 18.60 meters with that broadhead. 600 broadhead, and we got we got a quadruple. No, we didn't. Sorry, I thought we got a quadruple vital. We got left lung, heart, and liver. I thought we got double lung, heart, and liver. But hey, 400 session score, $885 cash, and I'm not going to argue about it. That's about right where we want it. So I'm starting to learn that when their head is at a normal height, it's pretty much right behind the nose. Just pretty much shoot right behind the nose if you can get behind it. You know. All right, we'll take our $800 and keep going. Now, once we get up to about 100 meters, I'm going to place down the Fox Pro and get ready for another buckshot 10 gauge attempt at killing me a mule deer. What's up, Dusan? How you doing, bro, Chacho? How is Dusan doing today? How are you all doing today, guys? It's crazy. This is insane, guys. This is insane. I keep talking about it, but it's been insane. We've been having Call of the Wild absolutely blow up for about 3 weeks now for us. And then today, I ain't seen a single person for some reason. I think the algorithm kind of punished me a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's see here. We got to find a tree. That tree will work. And we got to find good spot to put it. I think that'll be fine. Earlier, it would not stop. With the goose call. It would just be a goose call no matter what you did. All right, we got a pretty darn good wind. We just got to make sure that we get them close enough to see them basically with the flashlight. There's no night vision handgun, shotgun scope that I'm aware of. But we need 2 more males. 2 more males with a shotgun, and then we'll be done with all of the challenges for the day, the weekly and 3 dailies. How is everybody doing today? How's Dusan? How is Cactus? How is everybody doing? All right, y'all. Let's see here, guys. Let me know if I'm still alive. Dusan, oh, y'all, I did just close out of a tab. Hey, Red Bull, how are you doing? I'm going pretty good. Thank you. Just doing a little bit, finishing up the last of our daily and weekly challenges for the day. And enjoying me some Call of the Wild. Hey, thank you so much for the bits. Let's go. Wow, thank you so much. Appreciate that. First time chatter and then immediately in with the bits. Holy crap, let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Thank you very much, dude. How is Red Bull doing today? I do love me some Red Bull. I love me some Red Bull. I got a Red Bull in the fridge right now, actually. Tropical, the yellow one. Been digging the white peach, though. Pretty good. Good deal. Don't tell me that they're right next to us the whole time. They were right next to us this whole time and we didn't know. Oh, no. I'm gonna freaking kill you one way or another. I tell you what, you're not getting away with it. They're probably gonna get away with it. I don't think we hit a vital right there. Yeah, we didn't hit a vital. Why in the world would their need zone be directly west of us and they'd approach from the south? I tell you what. Pretty good. Good to hear. Good to hear. What's your favorite flavor of Red Bull, Red Bull? What's your favorite flavor? What do you think of the white peach? I've been enjoying the white peach. Oh, man, he's going to live. He's going to live. He's not even going to die. We're going to find another mule deer spot in the middle of the night. God dang. Tell you what. Let me get this thing turned off here. I'm using the Call of the Wild companion app. I like the peach, but I mostly drink the wild berry. I have yet to try the wild berry. Is that new? Is wild berry new? What in the world? I love Red Bull. I've been drinking. I got to slow down on it, actually, but I love that stuff. Let's see here. I'm trying to make it where my phone doesn't automatically turn off all the freaking time, and it's still doing it, by golly. It's still doing it. Trying to keep that Call of the Wild companion app up and running so I can see fur colors and whatnot. I don't think it is. I'm gonna have to try it out. I'm gonna have to look for that flavor then. I've been really stuck on white peach. The weird part is I've noticed that Red Bull is one of the easiest brands ever to think that it's not good when you get a bad can if you've never had that flavor. I've had some flavors that are like my absolute favorite flavor if you get a really good can of them, that are trash if you get a bad can. And I've seen some of the flavors, I think they're like 60% bad cans. But the strawberry apricot, the first time I tried that, I thought it was disgusting. Oh, God, I thought it was so nasty. It tastes like seltzer water. Just wasn't no flavor to it. And then she's got a mythical mountain lion in front of her, y'all. She's got a mythical mountain lion. I'd show you her screen. We are going to have hydrate. I better hydrate. Oh, crap. Honey? Take out that mythical mountain lion. Guys, don't go anywhere. I'm going to go grab something to hydrate with. Hold on. Mrs. MECHA is about to get a mythical mountain lion. It's gone? Okay, I'm going to get an Arnold Palmer and some water. Guys, don't go nowhere. I'm going to let Hunting MECHA step in for me for just a second. I'm just going to go grab this and be right back. Thank you. Appreciate that, honey. It is hot in here. It's hot.
Can you make sure our bedroom door's closed? I pulled out for anything doesn't come to door closed.
$80 degrees in here with an air conditioner is wild. 80 degrees in an apartment with an air conditioner. That is wild, guys. That is wild. Arnold Palmer is made with water, right? That totally counts. Sir, you have talked me into it. In case you're wondering what the flavored drink of the stream is today, guys, it's a good old Arnold Palmer's, the Arizona ones with him on it, with him on the can. All right, guys. Well, back to it. Well, dude, thank you very much, Red Bull. Holy crap, dude. Thank you very much. Dude, Red Bull just hopped on here. He's a first-time chatter. He's already just dropping the bits. Thank you very much. That is awesome. That is a huge help. Dude, Lamp, we went from 250 concurrent viewers to like literally 2. I gotta stop talking about it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I play this game once a week, right? I play it once a week, so then it can reset the progress. It can totally reset the progress when people don't see you on for 7 days. But I'm a variety channel. I play a lot of games. You know, is what it is. Is what it is. What did I do to the chat? I have no idea. I have no idea. I didn't do nothing as far as I'm aware, but maybe I did. All right, we're looking for some mule deer, guys. I'm thinking about changing the time back. Really thinking about changing the time back. We'll probably change the time right now, actually. I'm going to fast travel over here. We're going to figure out, like, their drinking times from 15 to 18, 18:30. So, you know, they'll leave a little bit after 18. So we're probably going to change it to about 1600 and then start walking that way. And we still got to get 2 more because the last one snuck up on us and I wasn't paying close enough attention. Snuck right up on us while we were waiting for them to go to the Fox Pro, and they came up right next to us, basically nearly bit me in the arm, those vicious creatures. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we still got that west wind. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking doing this then, but I'm gonna go over here first, then change the time, and hopefully the wind stays somewhat favorable. Somewhat favorable. The good news is if it don't, we can fast travel away. We just can't fast travel there. All right, so 1600, maybe 1630, something like that. Honey, get ready. It's gonna be daytime soon. I'm gonna switch the time. I got to get 2 of these bucks and get back to Cuatro Colinas to start setting up the road deer run some more. So 16, we'll say 16, 18, who cares? You know, I mean, they might be still making their way there a little bit, but. All right, let's see. So we still got that west wind, man. That west wind it's been hard stuck on being west. Tell you what. And I'm not complaining about it. If I know where things are going to be, then I'm fine with that. We got a mule deer need zone right over yonder. Right over yonder. They're right about, well, we got some right there too. So right chaw. Is where we're waiting for some mule deer to show their face. And there we go. He's not too bad, y'all. That guy is diamond. Holy crap, guys. Look at this. Hey, thank you, Red Bull, for the bits. Holy cow, dude. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. We got some bits going in the chat. We dang near got a freaking solo hype train going. Look at that, guys. Look at him. Look at the size of those guys. Look at them, 279 to 340. Their max level difficulty is level 5, unless they are, of course, a great one, because this is a great one species. But look at that, y'all. Look at him. For crying out loud, holy cheese and rice, this guy is big. He's got to reach 311 to be our first ever diamond muley. And I'm thinking at level 4 easy, we'll be able to get right up to him and take him out. But let me spray down just to be extra safe. He's going to be a PB one way or another. Yeah, he's going to be a PB. Dude, thank you, Red Bull, so much for all those bits, man. Thank you very much. That is a huge, huge support to this channel. It's, of course, never, ever, ever mandatory or expected or nothing. It's just appreciated, dude. Oh, my gosh, dude. Thank you so much. What in the world, dude? Red Bull, thank you so much for the biddies. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. We're getting some bits in the chat. All right. Let's see here. Oh, man. Dang near got a hype train going, y'all. All right. Let's see here. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Red Bull. Thank you very much for that. Shout out to Red Bull. 175 to 210. They're both 175 to 210, which I don't remember what max weight is. But I'm guessing that dude on the right is pretty close to max weight. He's up to 340, which means he's probably he's got a strong chance at being diamond. He's a really good gold if he's not. But let's stop talking and let's get up there, for crying out loud. I want to kill this guy. That's a decent looking muley, y'all. That's a decent looking muley. The guy behind him looks pretty darn good too. I'm not gonna lie, but he's not nearly rated the same. I think that closest guy really is the better one out of the two. We don't have a rifle though. Your flashlight is on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for telling me, Red Bull. Boop, boop. All right, let's see here. He's definitely alert. He's definitely on to us. So what I'm gonna do is just let him chill for a little bit. We got plenty of time because we just switched the drinking time. He's a good looking muley, guys. That is honey. I got I got a really good looking muley right in front of me, honey. So mule deer starts at diamond for them start at 311.94. He's rated up to 340, but he starts at 279. So he's 50-50 on being a diamond or not. He's a good one though, and his brother sitting right next to him is equally pretty decent looking. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful. What? Dude, thank you so much for all those bits, Red Bull. I can't believe first time. I've never had a first time chatter hop on here and start giving bits right away on the first go. That's crazy. You are a generous person. All right, let's go. Let's go. Careful, SpongeBob. Let's see here. We've got to. I'm thinking about having Hank dang near spot point him. But I don't think so, man. He's going to be one of the more difficult ones. He's probably not diamond since he's level 4 instead of 5. But he's a high gold. He's definitely our PB as far as golds go. Well, that's not something we want to say, but... All right. I'm teasing. Calling people out like, hey. So there's the kind of big boy, and right next to him that is the big boy. So we're gonna see if we can get this set up the right way without spooking him. No, I'm not gonna shoot him with a 22 LR pistol, but we are absolutely gonna see if we can call him right over yonder, and hopefully get a good looking shot at him. We are sprayed down. We're going to get as downwind as we can. And hopefully get a good look. I think this is going to be a good look. I think it's going to be perfect. It's got to be 20 meters or less. Yeah, it's going to be. So we're going to side in for 25 and tell Hank to go kick rocks for a little bit because he's just sitting there acting unhappy about nothing. And let's see if we can get a PB right here. He's a good looking muley. I think he might be diamond. I think he's not level 5 though, and level 5 is their max difficulty. So I do have a decent amount of doubt as to whether or not he's gonna be diamond. But he looks good. He does look good. Within 120 of it. I'm 1000% gonna wait until we get as good a look as we can at him at least. But we got a lot of his sisters and brothers walking up a little bit too soon. And I didn't bring nothing but a shotgun for this. I mean, I can get him with a bow, actually. I could get him with a bow. But I just so strongly prefer not to, since the daily challenge also involves... God dang, he's just not going to come in. He's going to come in last and really get us. You're really giving me a warning call? I'm not downwind yet. I'm sprayed down. I'm not that visible. Let's go right here. Maybe this will help. Nope. Not going to help really. We're going to have to take a long shot. If we want this PB, we're going to have to take a long shot at him, guys. Okay, long shot it is. That should be a vital. That should be a vital. Could have been a little low, but not much. You're kidding me. You are absolutely effing kidding me. You are absolutely, that was 1000% a freaking vital. That was 1000% a freaking vital. Oh my gosh. Okay, we just shot that at thin air. I can't believe that. We just ruined him, guys. We just ruined a PB. We just ruined a PB! Oh my gosh. He's gonna die. All right, well, you asked for it. I was going to play nice, but I'm not going to play nice now. Nope. One of those got through to a lung, right? God dang, guys, I'm having a hard time with muleys today for some reason. That is insane, y'all. That is absolutely insane that he did not die to that. I know it was a little ways out, but that was definitely high enough for a single lung. That was 1000% high enough for a single. I think your husband sent the mountain lion text, tell you you're close. Oh, yep. Yep, I got their number. I promise not to kill them if they give me their phone numbers so I can tell them when other hunters are out for them. And then I text them and ask if they want to meet up for coffee and discuss how life has been lately. And then when they show up, BAM! Anyway, let's see here. So we definitely did get 0 vitals there of any kind between all 3 shots, which is absolutely just god-awful. Cause yeah, there are 3 non-vital shots, 4 non-vital shots, I think, maybe, on the ground. Splats, anyway. But I still cannot believe Hank's going to come over here and help us track him. Bub, get your keister over here. Dude, thank you so much for the bits, bro. Thank you so much for the bits. Holy cow. Appreciate it. I can't believe that. I didn't earn them, that's for sure. I just trolled every one of y'all. That was if you think about it, really, honestly, that should have been a PB. I could have just waited for him to come in, and I still chose to take a 60-meter bow shot at him. He's still alive. That's the good news, y'all, is he's still alive. Should we reset the time and come back and get him with a rifle? Should we reset the time and come back and get him? I think we should reset the time and come back and take a quick little shot at him, I tell you what. Let's go get this guy. He lived. He lived. He ain't dead. He ain't dead. That Maraudi's just itching to get back out of the freaking locker. It's tired of being in the locker. All right, let's see here. All right, let's put up the Arzina because there's the only class 9 animal on here is bison. We don't need it for bison. We're going to get the Maraudi back out. Let's see here. No, come on now. Oh, man. What am I thinking here, guys? What am I thinking? Storage? Nope. We're out of dog biscuits. Well, too bad, Hank. He be getting too unhappy about having dog biscuits because I didn't give him a dog biscuits. Like 5 minutes later, he's tired of it. 5 minutes later, that dude is already unhappy again. I think we already have our 44 rounds on us. Yep. We already got the 44 rounds on us. So the only thing we really need, well, nothing really, honestly. We got the 44 rounds. We got the scopes. We got the Mirati. I think we're cooking with Crisco, guys. I think we're cooking with Crisco. So let's go down here, get the Mirati, go boom. And let's see here. I'm going to do the 4x12 and the hard, flat nose hard cast bullet. And we're just going to go 24 hours into the future and see if we can't get a good look at that guy. I hope he lived. I hope he lived. I really do. There's a decent chance he didn't, but he's worth trying for. I really thought for sure that we hit. It was a front. He was quartering toward us, like he was a front-facing shot, but not dead front on. And honestly, the odds of missing a vital at that angle, if you just get the right height, I almost always get a vital if it's just the right height. But they're not there yet. We're gonna have to wait and see. They're gonna show up any minute now, and hopefully that means that he is still alive. There's a decent chance that he did kind of die. Not kind of. There's a decent chance that he did die, even if we didn't see it yet. But for some reason that happens sometimes when you reset the time. One that you shot that's been sitting there bleeding but not dying for forever just despawns or something. I don't know, because he definitely didn't bleed enough to die. But there's a decent chance he's not there no more. We got a lot of Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep in front of us too. But we're not here for them. We are here 1,000% for the muleys that should be here. That is, their drinking zone is very much still there, and it's 1634. It starts at 1500. Takes them about an hour to an hour and a half to get there, depending on the map and stuff. But yeah, this is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. They should be here. We're gonna wait a little bit though, guys. We are gonna wait a little bit, and see if they show up. I do feel like sometimes, guys, they just don't show up to certain zones, just period, no matter what you do. I know that happens. I don't just think I know it happens because I've tracked. Is that a muley? Nope. I've tracked a pronghorn that was guaranteed to be diamond. It was the highest pronghorn I've ever seen. The minimum rating on it was like diamond. And I tracked it to where it was till it bedded down, and then I spotted it, and it said need zone discovered, resting zone discovered, right? So then it was at the edge of a really big open field, like the most obvious place ever. No way you could miss that animal if you're looking for it through some binoculars. And I put a tent like 300 meters out, reset the time for right an hour and a half into the time, and it never showed up. So then I moved the tent back 50 more meters, never showed up. Moved it back 50 more meters, did it again. And I just kept resetting the time, and it never came back to that zone. And I watched it bed down in that zone. That's how I discovered the zone. It was weird. So I do know that they don't always come there when you think they're supposed to. It's just so consistent that a lot of people, including me, thought that they were pretty much guaranteed to be at that zone. If you see a zone on the map and you go to it at that time, like it's guaranteed they're going to be there. I mean, I don't think it is. Maybe it's supposed to be. Maybe that was an anomaly of some kind, but kind of like this right here, for crying out loud. This is definitely an odd situation right here. They should definitely be back here. There's no dead zone. We're going to have to reset the time again, y'all. This is 1,000% going to be that we have to reset the time again, and that's fine. I don't care. I'll reset it 50 times if it means I get a PB. If that dude's still alive. But I kind of want to wait a little bit longer, but at the same time, I don't know that they're going to show up if they're not here yet. It's 1642. They should freaking be here by now. That dude was an absolute unit, though, of a level 4. That's for sure. Let's try this again right here. We're going to try and reset it again. And I'm just going to go into the next day. I'm going to go 1644, really trying to make sure that they are there. $1,000 down the hole, but hey, who cares? And I'm going to spray down because this is a god-awful wind direction we have right here. And hopefully, I'm not even going to jump. I'm going to give them time, stay nice and quiet. Hopefully he is here, guys. Hopefully he is here. What in the world? Are they just never coming back to this drink zone? We're like 2-3 days into the future, and they're not here yet. All right, guys, we're going to plant our butts right here for a minute longer. See if they show up. It's 1646. If they're going to be here at all, they will definitely be here by 1700. Those guys are right back to where they were. This is super strange, guys. Y'all saw the mule deer here, right? Am I tripping? Am I just going absolutely crazy? Or were there not a bunch of decent-looking mule deer here? And we didn't create a dead zone. We got mid-pressure. I do think mid-pressure is a little suspicious of maybe him dying, though, because one of them I shot with a... Well, actually... No, yeah, it was the shotgun one that died, so that would create mid-pressure. Never mind. Never mind. If we can get this guy to show up, guys, we'll have a PB on our hands. We'll have a diamond. Decent chance of him being diamond. Earlier today, we got our first dilute. If that's how you say it. Dilute. Dilatu. Whatever the fur type is. We got a female mule deer with a dilute fur color. And we also, in the same stream, got a piebald crocodile. So, got some fur types last stream earlier today. So if we got a diamond, that'd be a fun day for me. Guys, what is going on with this? We're sprayed down, so if they are beyond the 300-meter mark, there's no way they're going to smell us enough to not come in. Something about this is weird. I'm gonna go down here, y'all. Make my way back up to that point. And if they're not there by then, I don't know what to do except maybe change the time one more time, max, absolute max. But it's getting to be quite expensive. We're already $1,000 plus for every time reset, and we're going to have to do some more time resets. So, oh, really? A dilute diamond mule deer. Holy crap, dude. That's like the equivalent of a great one almost, isn't it? If you think about it, great ones all have their own rare fur color, so it's not like it's really just the same as shooting a great one that don't got no abnormal fur at all. You know, I mean, honestly, not that it actually is, but you get my point, though. It's like there's no chance of them not being a rare fur color if you get a great one. So if you get a diamond that is, I would say that's dang near as rare as a freaking great one, wouldn't you think? Like pretty close, at least. I mean, yeah, but it was kind of a cheat because I had a grind set up for a great one. That's not a cheat at all. That's not a cheat at all. Man, that's the whole purpose of a grind, honestly, is just to shoot them and shoot them and shoot them until good ones spawn, until one of them spawns so god dang good that it's a great one, you know. I think that is a perfectly legitimate way. I think the only illegitimate things you can do in this game are glitch or trade. You know, like I don't think trading is a very legitimate way to get an animal in the game. You know, but yeah, exactly. I think it's good stuff. Yeah, I think like you know, if it was taking advantage of a glitch for like you know, if it was like the tent glitch or whatever to get infinite money, or if it was like you posted on looking for groups, so somebody just gave you a great one. It's like, I think that stuff's kind of dumb a little bit, you know, but to an extent too, because like having your buddy help you hunt a deer is a thing. It's just that getting someone else's great one that they've gotten 15 copies of. Yeah. It's well, it's like if I grind until I get a great one and then I only ever shoot it on a ghosted server. So I have my own copy of it, right? And then I post and trade it to other people so that way I can get a great one that they did a grind for. It's like, if you skip the whole grind, hello. We're going to kill him for fun. We're going to kill him for funsies. We're going to get a bigger arrow on this, though. We're going to get the... You can use a 420 grit or a 600 grit arrow for a class 7 animal. Obviously, I'm going to go with the bigger one. All right, we're going to tell Hank to go kick rocks again. Just kidding. We love him. Go have fun. skipping through frolicking through the flower fields or something. Go have a great day, Hank. Somewhere else, please, Hank. Brother. I'm on Silver Ridge Peaks. Trying to get my 2 last male mule deer with a shotgun because we got the 4 crocodile today, the 4 female crocodile. We got the 4 bison within 50 meters with a bow. We got 2 birds between 10 and 14. We're just trying to get these last 2 male, male muleys so we can switch on over to Cuatro Colinas. That's a dead bear. That's a super dead bear. That's a double lung for sure. He's definitely not a heart shot, but that's a double lung. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Oh, we got double lung and liver. Okay, so we got that guy with the 600 grit arrow on that takedown recurve bow from the ambusher pack at 19.62 meters with a session score of 900, pretty good session score, and $1,220 cash. And he's got a dusky fur type. Let's see here. Dusky's not that rare, though, I don't think, is it? Let me check and make sure. It did make it. Nope, Dusky's very common. We're definitely not going to taxidermize him, but cinnamon, brown, and blonde. My wife got a rare fur type on a brown bear, on her first ever brown bear. I forget what it was called. What is it? Mating call. All right, well, we got a mountain lion right up ahead of us. So we're trying to get the challenges done so we can pop back over to Cuatro Colinas and, but we're not stopping until we get the 16,000 we need for another tripod. So let's see here. I think if we place this up here a ways, we'll be good to go. But she was 200 to 280 out, so I want to make up a pretty good amount of distance on her. However, I could be getting close enough now also for her to be pretty sick and tired of hearing me run. So let me put this right up yonder. And we're going to do a mountain lion call. This should be another easy kill. She probably ain't going to be nothing special, but we're not going to pass up on a mountain lion. They're fun. That's a fun hunt, I think, anyway. I'm going to switch to hollow point. If she gives me a good broadside shot, because I need to start making more money, and so I need to start using the cheap bullets and shooting once and all that jazz. But Hank needs to chill out. He's getting unhappy pretty fast today, guys. I haven't had him really be this unhappy this quickly in a minute. I know it's the same as always, but it just feels different. But let's see. Let's put up the mountain lion overlay, the puma overlay, and see what we get, y'all. Still gonna be going until we get those other two male muleys, and then after that, we're hopping over to Cuatro Colinas, where it might slow down a little bit, because we're still setting up the grind. So it's a lot of scouting and running around and not killing stuff a lot of the time, but. We've scouted every single possible spawn at least once for their drink zones on the whole map, as far as I'm aware. So we'll have to go basically over all of it again, but we're placing tents now instead of traveling the whole time, so they'll speed it up. And we got all of our tents and tripods, or all but one of our tripods set up at the one lake. We're going to be doing the one lake method, and the goal is that we're going to do extreme herd management. That way, when we get to the point where we can just shoot them at the one lake, we're going to keep going until we get three roe deer great one, and we're going to do the map multi-mount of the 3 brothers. And our first ever roe deer grind, our first ever great one grind, is going to end up with us having 3 of them. And so that could take a while since we only play on Wednesdays and sometimes other days when we can. But nonetheless, it's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. Yeah, guys, this is crazy how things have shifted back and forth. It's insane. But we're going to keep trucking along. We started killing it. last month on this game with how the stream is going, and then for some reason it's like we just turned invisible instantly. Instantly, it was crazy. So I'm learning about algorithms and stuff. I'm learning about how algorithms work, but it still didn't make a whole lot of sense to me because it's a live stream, not like a normal post or video. It's a little different. But we broke our record for viewers like 2, 3, 4 streams in a row, and then I don't know if we just went too long. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how people learn the algorithm stuff so good like they do. Those influencers, I don't know how they do what they do with knowing how it works that well. I mean, I know it's just a little kind of like math, you know, it's just a little bit of pretty simple math, but who knows? Who knows? This lady, I guess, is not within range, y'all. I'm guessing this lady is not within range, but I can't really tell. I got to show my feet. Dude, it's crazy, Booney. We had, just on one platform alone, we had 251 people at one time. It was insane. It was insane. We had, like, every single time it happened, one of our viewers was in the chat, dude, like, look at what's happening. Oh my God. You know, and I'm sitting there in my head trying to act like I'm not just entirely shocked by it. You know, like, oh yeah, it's normal for me. It's like, well, yeah. And then today we're at like sub 5, which is fine. I'm not saying anything. Every single person here, whether it's watch me play a game, you know, but I just worry. That's all. Just been working my butt off and worry about losing the progress for it. Probably not a good attitude to have. Probably not a good, but I like to be transparent. I don't want to be one of the people that has to be a fake personality. You know, I don't want to be a fake personality on the internet. I just want to act like me. I've seen way too many people try to act like radio announcers, and then other people try to act like they're way more benevolent than they usually are, and then and then other people try. I don't know. And me, I'm the king of social anxiety when it comes to this stuff. Or I used to be, and now I'm getting a lot better at it. It used to be that whenever I saw somebody was watching, like if it went from 0 to 1, which I can't see now, guys. What I did is what you have to do. You turn off the thing that shows you if somebody's watching or not, and just play. Right? Just talk. I'm good at that. Pretty good at that part. So I did that. But at first, if I saw that number go from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, I started getting real worried, like real worried. You can ask B Swing. He was playing Rocket League with me back when that was going on, and boy howdy, it got in my head real bad. It's not like that near as much now. Okay, you're kidding me. This whole time you ain't been coming in, lady, and now you're on the way. Now you're on the way. Oh, I know, bub. I know. She's not gonna hurt us though. They're programmed to not hurt you. I'm pretty sure. That's how it was when I was streaming. But I stopped a couple of months ago. Yeah. I think it's fun, honestly, man. For me, it just became something that's just like, you know, just fit too much. You know, I wanted to make sure that I never got into stuff to become vain. You know, but then it got to the point where I just can't get out of the house very much. And God dang it, I got too much pent up energy. I need to work on something. So I'll work on my stream. Make fun stuff like this. Let's go. You know. It works out. Gave me something to do. The good thing about doing it is, like, you know, if I get to a point where I'm in too much this or that and I can't really keep working on it, I can just stop when I need to. That's why it kind of works for me. Self-employment is a lot harder to do at home, though. It is a lot harder to do at home than it is at, like, you know, if you're able to do basically anything. Yeah, that thing's, we're gonna spook it. She's definitely still in the area, but we're ticking her off pretty good. I say she's definitely in the area. We did just stop the call and restart the call, so probably in the area. Not guaranteed though, by any stretch at all. I'm gonna move over here, try to get just a little bit further out and a little bit more toward where the wind is going instead of where it's coming from. She should still be in the area. The trick is she going to get close enough to come through that tree line right there. Because I've been noticing today a lot of them are sitting there like 30, 40 away from it now. They used to get within 10 meters of it pretty much every time. It could be on any side. It could be 10 meters on the close side, far side, whatever. But it used to be a lot more. Used to be a lot closer to it. Now today, for whatever reason, and it might be Silver Ridge Peaks. It might be Silver Ridge Peaks because I've noticed Hank can't even move around Silver Ridge Peaks. He gets stuck every 2 seconds, you know. And that diamond muley that we saw that we tracked for like 2 hours, like the first time we ever streamed Silver Ridge Peaks, that thing too was just it constantly getting stuck everywhere. Something about Silver Ridge Peaks, the terrain, like animals can't move on it very well. But you know, so that could be part of why they're trying to come in and not succeeding at it. Whereas camouflage, that gray dash on the bottom right for anybody new to the game, you know, like me kind of, right? That means we are as camouflaged as you can get. There's no more camouflaged than the gray dash. But I am not seeing a big kitty anywhere despite that. She didn't flee. So my guess is we will see her if we're patient enough, but at the same time, I don't want to take that, like, too much of that chance of sitting here waiting for like 20 freaking minutes and she never shows up. But I do love ambush hunting. That sight of watching the animal just poke through the tree line right here, like she just walks through it right now. I love that. Oh my gosh, I love it. I wish they'd make it where you could continue getting more perk and skill points instead of capping out at level 60. And not really being able to get anything beyond that. That way I could do more of the stuff. Because right here, this is the part that really gets me on the skill points is spent like $40-something thousand resetting my points. Because it's been so long since I did it that I didn't remember that you have to spend them at tier 0, 1, and 2 before you can get tier 3 and 4, right? It's not just what level you are. You can be max level and still not access tier 2 before you spend 5 points between 0 and 1. All right, we do have, he is growling, so we do have the mountain lion approaching. Yeah, we definitely have the mountain lion approaching. Real trick is, when is she finally going to show her face? Kind of looked like a black bear butt. Where is she, though? For crying out loud, she's so close that he's growling, and we still can't see. There she is. Oh, my gosh. That took freaking 3 business days, didn't it? Holy cow. All right. So 34 meters. That's an easy bow shot. That's an easy bow shot. Let's see what we can do here. She should die pretty quick. That's definitely a single lung, but hey. And she's down. All right, guys. Holy cow. Let's go. Wasn't really worth how much she made us work for it, but I'm not going to complain too much. That's a high bleed rate, guys. That's the initial shot right there. Obviously a vital organ hit, but that right there is a high bleed rate. I'll take that. All right, what do we get here, guys? We got her from 35.67 meters with that 420 grit broadhead. And we got an 800 session score, and she paid us $1,125 cash. And we did double lung her. We did double lung her. So, won't complain about that. Won't complain that. Just barely missed that humerus and scapula.
Honey, I just got a gold from
Hey, there she goes. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. She shot it in the neck. Did it pass the harvest check? How is that a vital organ? Oh, my gosh. Anyway, I know your spine's a vital organ, but if you spine shot it in the thoracic, it don't count. So how in the world? Anyway. She got a gold pronghorn. She shot it square in the neck, guys. Like, I mean, not down on the neck, like not next to the shoulders. Like smack dab middle in it, like just right in the neck. But hey, she got herself a gold pronghorn. W Mrs. MECHA, y'all. W Mrs. MECHA down here tearing stuff up, getting some monies. Session score of 450. I wish it would tell you the trophy rating instead of the session score. That'd be nice. guys. Let's see. We still have to get those two muleys in their drink zone. We just missed their drink zone right there, but that's all right. If I reset the time now at this point, it's going to become not even profitable because it's $3,000 for doing that daily challenge. If I remember right, I think it's $3,000, and it's going to cost between $1,000 and $3,000 just to reset the time again. So we're definitely spending too much money on the time switcheroos. Maybe if we hurry, if we run up here, guys, actually, if we run up here, we might actually see him before they go. We got about quite literally 1 actual minute, about 4 game minutes, but about 1 actual minute before he leaves. So if we get up here where we can at least get a view, we can take a quick 150-meter shot at him with the Maraude lever action, and hopefully he'll be there. Hopefully he'll be there. Strong chance he won't, but... Yeah, what in the world, guys? Those muleys have not come back to this zone 1 time since we shot them at it. So that's realistic. You know, the zone's not gone. They're just avoiding it for now, which works for me. Let's see what else we can do. Let's fast travel real quick. This is the only lake in the whole map that does not have mule deer, and I just fast traveled to it. All right, let's fast travel to a different place and see if we can find them before they leave. All right, guys, let's see here. We're going to be going to this one real quick, fast, and in a hurry, because with that, well, I mean, we got a southwest one we can go to either, really. We can go to this one right here, maybe. That might work out perfectly. We're going to go to that one, see if we can spot a muley real quick, and look at what our options are for calling them in and trying to get another shotgun kill done so we can get that $3,000. Never worked this hard for $3,000 in this game, ever. I don't think I've ever worked this hard for $3,000, but hey, it's better than killing them and getting no extra money, right? Oh, by George, y'all, I'd say, oh, hey, that's not too great of one. That's not too great of one, but hey, you know, I mean, he's gold, right? Right? Should we sight in for 150 and take him out from 300 with a 75-meter weapon? Weapon that's only supposed to make it to 75 meters. Got him. But did we get a vital? We did. By George. By George. I'll tell you what, let's go. Let's go. That's leading the shot. That's leading the shot. That's how we do. Honey, I just shot like a roughly 300-meter shot at a mountain lion with a Maraude lever action. On the move. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I won't complain about that one bit. All right, guys. The rare fur types. He wasn't a rare fur type, but I'm going to look him up just in case. Should be gold. Should be. 35 to 37. There's a chance he's not a PB either way, that's for sure, because we've gotten near diamond mountain lions before, but hey, we'll take a quick $1,000. He'll pay us a quick 1,100, whatever it is. See if we can keep Hank happy for once. And he should get us to 16,000, so that way we can buy that tripod that we're looking for the roe deer grind. We got more than 16 blue tints altogether, but we have only 13 or 14 currently available for the map, including the 5 that are already on it, 5 or 7 that are already on it. So, but we don't have near as many tripods. Oh, hey, it's a medium bleed rate. So we definitely landed a shot on that guy. It was the hollow point, right? Yep. I'll take it, guys. I'll take that. Let's see what the distance was on that. He was on the move and everything. Let's see here. 275.53 meters with the Maraude 1894. The effective range of it is 75 meters. So you want to shoot out to up to about double the effective range. If you're going beyond that, then you better start thinking about bullet drop a lot and whatnot. But hey, we got them. And then we got an 871 session score. That's a pretty decent session score. And $1,304 cash on this light brown single lunged mountain lion that we got right there. I'll take it. I'll take that. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right, now we got to get back to the mule deer situation. We can't afford to change the time anymore. So now we need to find a northeast spot that we want to try and get some muleys from. And that might be something like this. We know we got muleys in this area at this time. So looks like this is going to be it. But I'll tell you this much right now. We ain't stopping till we at least pop over to Quattro for a little bit. At least for a little bit. We need a conifer tripod and at least one session of scouting some drinking zones and placing some tents. After that, who cares? But so we know we got them in this area right here. Got a perfect wind. Absolutely perfect wind for it. Dude, thank you so much, bro. Thank you very much, Red Bull. You are awesome. You are absolutely awesome. Guys, hey, I was going to announce this, you know, with the channel growing and stuff like that, but we're going to, what is that? That's the Rocky Mountain elk, but okay. All right, never mind. But hey, even if a few people missed the announcement, guys, we're still doing our monthly Call of the Wild event where you can win a gift card just for participating. No paid entry. You don't have to be a paid subscriber. You don't have to be nothing. You don't have to be nothing, followed or nothing, honestly. But you can hang out with us if you guys want to. This one's coming up, guys. Let me see if I can get it here. Well, maybe not. Yeah. Okay, yeah, never mind. My OBS is bugging out on me, giving me some problems, but we got it right here. Let me see if I can pull it up, guys. Y'all can play Leighton Lake with us on your own map, and using Discord, we're verifying kills for female animals. That way you don't have to do any sort of trophy sacrificing or nothing like that. And we got a system down now where we can verify it without any sort of cheating. And you can win a $25 gift card of your choice out of the options that MECHA is holding right now. We do that every single month, only for Call of the Wild. Only for Call of the Wild. Cannon last month won a $25 Starbucks gift card. And we also do paid subscriber giveaways. So if you are one of our paid subs, we do keyword giveaways with Nightbot for that. That way y'all can get a chance to win stuff just for being supporters of the channel. So spiel over. But hey, we got that coming up, I believe, on the 19th. I believe on the 19th, y'all. And I'm looking forward to it. You can give us warning calls all you want. I'll tell you what. When are we going to play Hunt Showdown again? Probably this weekend if you want to. Honestly, I'm still itching to get right back to it. All right, they're so far away, guys. I am going to take one of these little freebie elk shots right here, because I'm not looking to waste an opportunity at getting another 800 bucks. That's going to be a single lung, but I'll take it. I was about to say, that better be a single lung. That's absolutely going to be a single lung. Might take us a minute to get to them, because they're hauling. But they're down. Now they're down. So let's go get a quick 800 bucks on our way to the muleys. You can get ticked, you freaking Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. All right, let's see here. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing Hunt Showdown maybe tomorrow. I'm not completely sure. You know, it just depends. I might almost have to play some more Call of the Wild tomorrow to get us back where we were. But I don't know. That's really never going to help too much, though, because I'm mostly streaming on Wednesdays, so maybe I should just keep that expectation, you know. Let's see here. We got a solo mule deer spot right there. I'll take it. And those hollow points are coming in handy, y'all, because, you know, it's very easy. I mean, we landed a good shot right there, so it's not like we needed a hollow point. We would have double lunged her with a flat nose hard cast bullet, but hey, they're cheaper and they do expand and give you a gooder chance of hitting that vital. 156.78 meters with the Marathi 1894. 240 on the session score, not a very high session score, and $737 cash money on that brown Roosevelt. Sorry, Rocky Mountain elk. I'll take it. All right. All right, guys. They're not rendered in yet because you got to get within about 380 to 400 max from them if you want them to render in. But they are there, and they should be chilled out. And oh, hold on. Yeah, she's going to flee. She's already fleeing. I thought she was fleeing. Okay, all right. Well, I guess we'll take another quick shot at something or other. Hank's whining because he says, Dad, there's an animal right next to you. We also got that need zone right next to us, that mountain lion need zone right next to us. All right, let's see here. Quit moving, lady. Quit moving. Quit moving, lady. There we go. That's too low. That's too low. That's way too low. That hit her body. No, it got a lung. We got a lung. Okay. We had what I thought was a carcass, like a feeding zone nearby for a mountain lion, but it might have been these red flowers that I saw instead. What you freaking giving me a warning call for? All right, let's grab her and then continue on our way. She shouldn't have made it very far. We got plenty of time, but we don't want to waste time either. Their zone starts, I think, at 1800 over there on my waypoint. But it's hard to say no to some freebies. I mean, if you just pick up a freebie with a bow on your way to your actual hunt. 50.46 meters with that one. We got a right lung on her and 269 on that session score. Again, not too high, but 796 cash money. Got a bear warning call somewhere in the area. Enough of this, guys. Enough getting distracted. Let's go actually get the bucks that we're looking for. We got to get them with the shotgun, and it's going to be a process sometimes. The weekly challenge today was easier than daily challenges. The weekly challenge was 4 female crocodile. That's it. That's it. No, hit him in the lung, no this or that, no heart shot or within 50 meters. Just 4 female crocodiles. $9,000 right off the bat with it. Pretty darn easy. All right, so we have a mule. I was about to say, hey guys, look at that. Look at that. There's the buck we're looking for. He's not horrid and he's not great either, But that's all right. We've been using this spot for a few of them lately. And we also have potentially some more closer to us on this south side of the lake, but we never seem to catch those with their zone for some reason. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's not fantastic. Not as good as the other one that we couldn't get to show back up, but hey. He is okie dokie. He's all right. If we're careful about it. What in the world? Fleeing? What are they fleeing from? There's got to be a mountain lion spooking them or something, right? What are they fleeing toward us for? God dang it. God dang it. How are we that unlucky? How are we that unlucky? He's traveling, but we can call him in. We can still call him in if we get to a point that we can take a shot and set it down. This is right here is going to have to do. This right here is going to have to do. So definitely a mountain lion or something spooked him. Definitely a mountain lion, I'm thinking. I'm thinking definitely probably. But we have to get a buck. He has to be a buck. Nothing else will work. I don't know what he's so bothered for. Are we near Mrs. MECHA? Is that why? No, Mrs. MECHA all the way across the map. So what is making these mule deer so upset? I have no idea what's got them so, because they were fleeing toward us. And they're staying pretty disturbed. The only thing I can think of would be a mountain lion. It's the only thing I can think of. Felids can spook other animals for you. He's definitely within range of the call, but if he doesn't ever get anything but nervous, he's probably not going to come in. He's probably going to keep going. And for whatever reason, he's staying nervous. Yeah, he's not even going to come in. He might be heading this way, but I think he's just going to travel on. Man. Light does not matter. No, light does not spook. The animals cannot see your light. Other players can, but they can't. Just like the dog whistles, like they can't hear this whistle. But if I hold right bumper or R1, if you're on PlayStation, if I do that, then that whistle is, they can hear that one. That one's used for flushing animals into the, making them. Yeah. By golly, guys, I think we're just meant to not freaking win today. This is ridiculous. It had to have been a cougar. Had to have been a mountain lion. They fled straight toward us for no good reason. But I'm going to have him search medium real quick. Maybe he'll get on it in time. I can at least shoot the females with a bow. That's a liver or lung, something like that. That's definitely a dead animal. So we got two of the does down. We just, god dang, I wish they'd give us a shot. Yeah, he's just going to flee. Yeah, there's no shot. We need them within 50. They're just not, the game's not even giving us a fair chance if I'm being completely transparent. Hey, we have another buck behind us though, guys. If we chill out for a minute, and half stick crawl back this way, he's probably going to give us a chance. He's 8,200 out. I don't think he should be that worried about it now that we've laid down, but I can't say he don't got reason to be, I suppose. Dude, for crying out loud, man, we're not even in your wind at this distance. They're being pretty picky today, y'all. They're being pretty picky today. What's going on, Calaviation? How you doing, bro, chacho? We are in the middle of trying to get two more male mule deer with a shotgun. And not at this moment. Yeah, we're still earning. So we're trying to get just the last challenge done. Then we're going to buy a tripod and jump over to our great one grind for the road deer. But right now we're just trying to get these two muleys because it's the last challenge of the day. And by God, it's just not letting us. not letting us grab one for some reason. Let's see if we can get this right here. I'm going to go ahead and spray down just because I'm sick and tired of trying to get this challenge done. We've gotten the weekly challenge done first within like 5 minutes. And then the next challenge was also another like 5 minutes. But for some reason, the mule deer challenge is just not working with us. But we got a buck. We got a buck somewhere up here, somewhere in the northeast direction. We got to get 2 bucks with a shotgun. How is y'all doing today, though? Flavored drink of the stream, Caliviation, and everybody is Arnie Palmies. We got the good old Arizona brand Arnie Palmies. We got doe stomping right behind us, but I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about this boy. This dude. This bruh right up here. We want to get this bruh. But he's giving us warning calls from about 100 meters out. Even after we laid down, he's just kept doing more warning calls, so makes me wonder. They're still stomping at us. That's clearly the one he's pointing at. I'm pretty sure that's the last one in that area, but who knows for sure. Just researching New York State working laws. Stand on the side of the road for 12 hours. God dang. I can't even stand for 12 hours. I couldn't imagine being outside in this heat for 12 hours right now. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious, Ignatius. Let me tell you what. This dude has to be on the way, y'all. This dude, oh, duh, he is. He's on the way. He ain't no behemoth, but if he would just show up, he just showed up, but he's got to get closer. We got to shoot him within about 50 max because the effective range is 25. We don't want to go past about 50 with how much we've been not able to get any kills with the buckshot so far. But honestly, he should be willing to come in. We are completely downwind to him. We are completely downwind to him. He just has to get a little closer. I think he's moving on his merry way, guys. This is getting ridiculous. I think it's the multiplayer glitch. I really do. I think the sensitivity of the animals, the behavior of the animals is completely different in multiplayer, to the point where if you're within a couple 100 meters of each other, animals won't even come into you. If you're both in tripods or blinds and stuff. It's weird. Super weird. But she's all the way across the map from me right now, just specifically so they'll come in. We got a video a while back. I didn't turn it into a video, but it was on the stream where like we could not get this roe deer to come in. I mean, he just would not come in. Perfect position, downwind, Fox Pro going 75 ahead of her, and I'm 150 behind her, and we're both in tripod stands. And the sucker would not come in no matter how much we tried. And then I teleported across the map. Bam. Right away, he instantly, without even changing the time, he instantly came in. And she took him out, and he trolled. Gold plains bison. There you go. Guys, Mrs. Mecha got a gold plains bison. Guys, we're getting trolled so much right now by these animals. All right, we got another one somewhere right over here. They might be just oh so perfectly behind the tree. It looks like they are. But that's another doe. Yep. For whatever reason, the dude just will not come in. He has stayed on the other side. All right, let's get a bow shot at these girls real quick. At least we'll get some money that way. She should go down pretty quick. And we got her too. Okay, yep. They're both going to go down. They're both definitely going to go down. So that'll be, what, 15, 1600 bucks right there. But man, these bucks are trolling us big time right now. I know that's not what people usually mean by troll on this game, but they're giving us a hard time. We'll put it that way. We'll grab a couple of the does, move on to the next spot. Boy, howdy. Boy, howdy. All right. 26.71 meters on her, 300 on the score, and 891 with that gray female. And we got a double lung on her. And blonde fur type on this one that we got from 29.88 meters, and we got a 268 session score and 841 bucks on this one that we single lunged. All right, y'all. On to the next mule deer spot. I tell you what. All right, let's see here. If we go down here, we have a pretty decent chance of coming up this way with that northwest wind we got. We could come all the way down here and come up like this, or we could just, but honestly, that's just, none of this is what I prefer to do right now. I prefer to go get this lookout point. We're going to head to the lookout point first, and then work our way up here with a crosswind. We got that northwest wind coming down, top left to bottom right. And I say that because sometimes people argue with you if it's a northwest or a southeast, right? But we got that northwest wind coming down from the northwest. And if we come down here south enough, we can just work our way up through a crosswind right there and still see what's in the area. But I'm going to have to make sure and stick over here to the west kind of end of this little bowl we're in to come down to it. I tell you what, they got some weird lookout points. They got some weird lookout points on this map, y'all. I've never seen a map where some of the lookout points you just kind of basically have to climb up to them, you know. But it works. I got a tent put up here on the absolute peak of the map and found out how useless that really can be because there ain't nothing spawning. The only thing it could be used for is if you really, we do have a mountain lion in the area. We got a male mountain lion giving us a warning call from 70 to 100 out. Can't see him through all this dense foliage, though. We got a lot of bushes in front of us right here. Hank, though, weirdly enough, will go point at a mountain lion, so we're going to send him on his merry way. I got one little tiny bit left. Bam. We're going to carefully make our way over here and get a quick mountain lion hunt underway. I'll tell you what, I'll actually go up this way a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, man. I did just refill my MECHA bottle for that. Time for Red Bull. Oh, God. I will not be cracking open a Red Bull for that hydrate. I will say I'll come up with a more expensive. I'll come up with a more expensive channel point redemption where people can make me drink Red Bull in the middle of the night. But thank you for the hydration. I don't mean to disappoint. If I get a Red Bull right now, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be real bad. Chug redemption. Oh my gosh, a chug redemption. We do have some new redemptions, guys. One of them is choose my loadout for Hunt Showdown, and the other one is the game Would You Rather. We have the joke book one and all that stuff like usual, but there I was about to say these should definitely give me some kind of cover. But excuse me. But let's see if we can get this mountain lion on the way. He's still waiting on us. We're still sprayed down for about another 22 minutes, something like that. So we got plenty of time. And at this point, guys, we're just trying to make money and get the challenge done. But if we make it all the way until like 1400 of the next day or something, which would be quite a while, we're not going to make it that far anyway, because that'd be literally hours. But how many hours away is that? That's a lot. It's 18 hours away. So divide that by 4, that'd be quite literally 4.5 hours. We're not going to make it that far. But one way or another, we're going to make our money and get on over to Quattro before things wrap up. So we can at least do a little bit of scouting. At least a little bit of scouting. I have so much money from doing hunts and running storyline for the map. Oh, yeah. Yep. I remember back whenever I first started, I've said this 1,000 times, I thought 20 grand was like a ton of money. Like, I remember I sent a message to a friend of mine when we started playing this game together, and I told him about the, all right. But I told him, let me get the puma up here, though. We're hunting puma right now. I told him, though, that that I got up to 20 grand, and he was so shocked by it. He was like, how? You know, that's back when we thought 20 grand was something else, you know. Found out 20 grand ain't nothing. 20 grand ain't nothing. And if you start doing missions and challenges and grinds, it's $516,000 just to get the stuff you need for one grind. All right, Hank. Get over here, bub. Strong chance this dude is on the worst possible end of this, where he's going to give us a real hard time. But we will see. We get lucky. Looks like you moved on too. Hank ain't found him yet, but yeah, no, it's not. It's really not. You think it is, but then you get used to doing missions and stuff and spending money. I mean, for crying out loud, you want one stand that's $16,000, right? I remember when I saw the price of a stand being $16,000, I was like, that's not even right. There's no way you can charge people that. And then I realized that you absolutely can. You absolutely can. All right, he's sneaking, which means he is still here, and he's likely still on the way. You know, it's good. So we're probably going to get ourselves a male mountain lion. I just had grits with some butter and a pinch of brown sugar for dinner. I can't say that I've ever really had any good grits, but maybe I just haven't had anybody who knows how to make them good. I can't say I've ever been the biggest fan of grits. I love oatmeal, though. Love oatmeal, though. I think I've had some good grits before, actually. All right, so the mountain lion's somewhere like right in front of us, basically, because Hank is pointing. Oh, there we go. Should we just shoot him straight through everything, guys? Should we just switch to a polymer tip? Not a polymer tip. A flat nose hard cast. Should we just do that instead? Maybe like a night vision scope. We do have a night vision scope. 40 to 60 meters out, so we just sight in for 50 on the dot and take him out real quick. He should pretty well be dead, like, now. There he goes. Hank's growling like something's wrong. I'm having chicken nuggets and a chicken patty right now. I have, so we just got done buying. Honey, did we put the, hello? My wife is gone. We just went down to the local meat market trying to find like cheaper ways to get like healthier meat that's not so processed and stuff. And they cut us a couple of 1/2-inch thick chuck steaks, which is like the cheapest piece of meat you can get that's not ground beef, basically. I think grits just comes down to how you prefer texture. I really like mine a bit softer and creamy. I love stuff like that. I think it's really just the flavor that I haven't enjoyed too much. All right, guys, we did hit the humerus, but we got the left lung, right lung, and the liver. So just plowed through all that. 54.15 meters away on this light brown male mountain lion with a session score of 900. It's a good session score. And $1,523 cash. That is good money. He's not super close to diamond, but he's also fairly well into the gold. So I will take that. I was trying to aim just a little bit higher than I usually do because I've been hitting the bottom of the heart lately. But, you know, anatomy is specific to the animal, right? I own cows and butcher them myself. That's what I'm talking about. I will take any piece of meat off of a cow. I don't care. I'll take any piece of meat off of a cow. I just get tired of it being ground. I get tired of it being ground meat all the time. So I look for the cheapest possible ways to buy whole pieces of meat. And like if you buy a round roast and then cut it yourself, you know, bada bing, bada boom, you know, you're good. I tell you what, maybe one of y'all will be able to help me figure this out. The one thing I'm wanting to figure out more than anything is how to cut my own steaks. I have tried looking on the internet every which way I can for one of those meat slicers that can actually go up to like inch or inch and a half, inch and 5/8, you know. And the only thing I can find online that you can buy for your kitchen at home is just like a deli meat slicer. Like it only goes up to like a ½ inch or maybe an inch max. And I'm looking for like those inch and a half thick, you know, cuts so I can get a whole roast of some kind and cut my own steaks out of it. You know, really just save myself some of the money. Because if you buy it and uncut as a whole piece and it's the cheapest roast you can find, then you can cut your own steaks for dang near the price of some freaking ground beef, depending on where you're shopping from, obviously. But yeah, I've seen some steaks at the local. There's like this. It's not like a food truck like you go buy food that's cooked. It's like a food truck you go buy frozen meat from. But they come through town. They're from Louisiana. They go all over the country. They come through town sometimes, and they sell ribeyes for like $3 a ribeye, but they're like ½ inch thick ribeyes that you have to buy in bulk. Still though, it's like a $3-4 steak for like some pretty decent steaks as far as like the quality of the meat, just not the size. You know, but I don't need some 16-ounce, 20-ounce steak every time I want some sort of piece of meat to eat with dinner. I just want the cheapest possible uncut piece of beef that I can find. And what we've been doing is getting round roasts, like the cheapest round roast we can find, and doing that and cutting those with a knife and pretending that that's a steak. Technically it is, right? But I worked for a butcher shop. We literally used a bandsaw with a non-serrated blade. That bear is extremely close. That bear is extremely close. All right, guys, let's switch this over to black bear, see if we can't get a quick freebie black bear. We definitely got more money now than what we would have by just getting straight trolled by all these male mule deer. But why can't I get out from under here? This is more than tall enough for me to get under it. What's going on here? Look at this. Oh, it'll let me out if I stand up. It just won't let me crawl. I tell you guys, the map is messed up. I love it. I love the animals on it, but it is a very messed up map. That much is definitely for sure. If we crawl carefully up this, we might just be able to shoot down at her. Was it a him or her? But I've been learning how to cook steaks for years now, and you know, I've seen some people kind of pretend they like it when I got a really flavorful, good steak too rare, you know, and they'll never try a steak of mine again. Then I've seen other people, I'll take like the roughest, toughest piece of meat ever and turn it into something I thought tasted good. And they'll be like, yeah, a little bit too much garlic. And I'm like, you're welcome for cooking you a fucking steak. Gotcha. But one time I had someone sit there and talk to me about steaks, right? And they were like, yeah, it was a little bit more medium rare in the middle, but just a little bit more medium at the edge. And I was like, yeah, I forget what I said. I didn't say anything sarcastically, but I just, in my head, I was like, that's not how that works. There we go. And so I was like, the edge. Oh yeah. I love beef. I really do. Why are you spooking so instantaneously? I was trying to get the bear. There's a bear very close by, but all these Roosevelt elk are just getting ticked. All right, sorry, I keep saying Roosevelt elk. They're Rocky Mountain elk, for crying out loud. That's a decent one. We'll go ahead and take a shot at that one. It's going to be close to 100. Hopefully we don't hit this wood in front of us while we shoot it. God dang it. Okay, we did. We did get a vital at the end there, but I think we shot it in the brain. I think it lowered his head right when we shot. But it's a dead animal. It ain't going to be a wall hanger anyway, so either way it'll pay us just a little bit less. All right, we got the new lookout point discovered. We got most of the outposts, if not all the outposts. Yeah, there's one that we missed over there, but that's about it. That's about it. So let's go grab that elk real quick, and then we might be switching things up. I don't know. I really want to finish out the mule deer challenge, but it's just really not panning out for us today, guys. It's really not. The other 3 challenges were done within not too long of the first stream. I mean, maybe like hour and a half, you know, for a weekly challenge and 2 daily challenges, I'll take an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it was. But when we switched to the mule deer, that's when we started getting trolled pretty hard. Okay, so we did get a vital, but is that vital a brain shot? It was. Literally skull and brain, 82.66 meters away. Shot it straight in the brain. It ducked its head to run right the moment we shot it. And I mean, we just straight nailed that sucker right in the brain. Wow. So 82.66 meters, 225 on that session score. So failing the harvest check on a Rocky Mountain elk gets you just about the same session score as passing the harvest check on, what was it earlier, a doe? Anyway, $950 cash on this now bronze Rocky Mountain elk. We'll take it though. $950 for a failed hunt. It's pretty good for, you know, for all things considered. Don't forget the tripod. That is right. That is right. We don't want to forget the tripod. If I would have had my bird shot ready, I'll tell you what, if I would have had my bird shot, I'd be a dead turkey. What is up? What is up, FG? How you doing? Wally, Wally. FG Wally. Walleye. Something. FG Walleye. How you doing? How you doing? All right, guys. I'm really leaning toward just popping on over there. We got a little bit of time left. Not much, though. So we might just pop on over there and quickly scout a little bit on our roe deer grind setup. Place a couple tents or something like that. And then wrap stuff up. Let's see here, though. How we doing? How we doing? Good deal. Good deal. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday, part 2 of the day. We don't got a whole lot longer. We scheduled it for a couple hours just because of my wrists and whatnot, but we're at least going to pop over to Quattro for a little bit. So, honey, I'm going to switch the map, okay? I'm going to back out and switch the map to Quattro Colinas. Multiplayer, create a game, Quattro, there we go. All right. We're going to at least scout a little bit, guys. We got to work on this grind setup that we got, the roe deer grind setup. We got to work on it a little bit every single time until we get started on it. I can't stream it the whole time, and I can't play when I'm not streaming because of my wrists. So it's a slow process, but that is A-okay. Let's get Mrs. MECHA. over here, and I think we got all the weapons that I typically want. I don't really want the shotgun, I'll be honest with you. I think I will trade out the shotgun possibly, but then again, I don't know. I might not. The Maraudi takes care of every single gun, every single animal on this map, because I don't think there's a single Class 9 animal. Nope, there's not a single Class 9 animal. The biggest animal on this map is a red deer, so this is actually the perfect setup. This is the perfect setup, because these will take care of everything. This will be anything class. The only class we don't have like a perfect setup for is Class 2, because we're going to have to shoot any Class 2 animals we see within like 35 meters, something like that, 35, 45 meters between these two weapons. But all together, we're doing pretty good with the Maraudi and the bow and all that stuff, so we'll just stick with what we got. Would you rather? Oh, we got a game of Would You Rather. Thank you, Mrs. MECHA. All right, guys, we're going to spin the wheel, see what it lands on as far as the type. And it's landing on epic. It's landing on epic. So we're gonna grab a card. We're gonna ask, and y'all let me know in the chat you can play. I was wondering if I could become a mod. Maybe in the future, Walleye. Maybe in the future. I usually wait till I see people for a good while before we do that. So definitely not a no. Maybe not right this second, though, if that's all right. All right, guys, we're doing epic. We're doing epic. Guys, tell me, would you rather get any table you want at a restaurant or any seat you want at a concert? I think that's a pretty dumb one, if I'm being completely honest. I'm gonna pick the concert. I don't care. I can sit down wherever I want at Chili's, but I'm not gonna take a nosebleeder at a Kings of Leon concert. Okay, anyway, so that's my pick. That's my pick. Don't let that deter you from saying seat at a table or table at a restaurant. Don't let it deter you. I'm just being a turd and joking. But I would lean towards the concert easily on that one. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Seat at the table at a restaurant, really? Hey, thank you so much for the biddies, Red Bull. Thank you very much. My goodness, table at a restaurant. I can fight my way to any seat I want at a concert. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and change the time right here. We are going to change the time to about 15:30 concert. There you go. That's a good one. We got some people on different sides of the fence on that one. That's good. That's good. All right, so let's see here, guys. Oh my goodness, it's 80 degrees in our apartment with 2 ACs running right now because the chiller's out. Guys, this is crazy. This is wild. I feel like I'm outside hunting at open season, at the opening day of season. All right, we are going to put some stuff up though, guys, because we are absolutely going to have to. We're absolutely going to have to make room for some tents. I'm thinking the shotgun is going to go. Let's see here. The shotgun's definitely going to have to go. That's absolutely true. 243. I'm not even carrying that right now. Boom, boom, boom. 300 Magnum. Boom, boom. All right. Sights. Lures. I don't know if we have enough room for a tent after all. We'll see. We are just a half or less than a half pound over. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of a half pound something or other. We'll get rid of the Raptor Reflex sight. That'll give us room to carry our tents, and we're going to scout a little bit while we hunt and carry tents all at the same time. And that'll help us to be where we want to be with this. All right, let's get the tents set up somewhere right like that. And yeah, we're cooking with Crisco, y'all. We're cooking with Crisco. So if it tells you anything about the type of music I like to go see, right? Right. All right. Oh, well, I forgot, guys. I forgot to take off the Rocky Mountain elk on Silver Ridge Peaks. Let me take him off real quick. We'll go back here to Quattro. Go back to Quattro and see what we can find. So we got the time set where we need. I'm going to pull up my map. I have a hotspot map ready to go. We're just going to check and make sure that we got the tents where we want them to be. Hopefully spot a couple of, gotta love that map glitch. Hopefully spot a couple of roe deer drinking zones. Once we get done spotting them, we're good. You know, so let's see what we got here. How much of the profit did you get with the bits? Because I've sent $14 worth. Want to know how much Twitch is robbing you of. Twitch takes a 50%. Twitch takes a 50%. That's what they do for that. But the concert was back in May 6th. But I appreciate it very much, though. I get the equivalent of 1 cent per bit or whatever, but they charge basically 2 pennies per bit. So that's how that works. All right, guys. I should probably put one more tripod down here. We're going to buy the tripod first of all, regardless. Regardless, we're going to buy the tripod real quick. I wish it would stop asking me to buy stuff. I hate that it does that. I hate that it does that. I think everybody hates that it does that. What am I doing? We got to go up to the store. I go with conifer pretty much all the time. We got a few of them now that are not placed. But anyway, let's see where we want to go. I'm looking at the hotspot map, guys, trying to figure out. We got pretty much all of the roe deer spawns that I think are there, other than some places that we've seen them. God dang it, we forgot our Fox Pro 360 all the way over there last time we were on the map. Oh well. So if we go over here, this one is a good roe deer spot. I'm gonna travel over this way and hopefully catch us another roe deer or two drinking that we haven't seen yet, but strong chance all the ones that are there are going to be already spotted, which is good. We're just double, triple checking. We're going to start on the south end of the map, work our way from the west to the east, and then we're going to start on the top of the map and work from west to east, making sure that there's no deer that we've missed. And once we've finally done that, once we've finally double checked and made sure we've gotten every drinking zone there is on the map, then we will be good to go on the whole, starting herd management, shooting all the low level ones off of the main lake and shooting all the high level ones off of the non main lake areas, trying to get them to switch. That way we can keep things rolling. The crazy part to me though, guys, is having to go find the new spawn point of every single roe deer that you shoot. So if you shoot one and another one spawns, you have to go find where he spawned. Hey, we did get a new zone out of that pretty quick too. That's good. That's good. Happy about that. I don't understand how you can actually keep up with the whole spot and stuff if you're supposed to come find their new spawns every single time. I don't know how you're really even supposed to do that, but I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out as it goes. We just got to get a little faster at it. That's all. Roe deer are hard because they're only a max of 3 per group. Yeah. Well, I think they spawn. I think they actually spawn only in. I've heard that they only spawn in pairs, either solos or pairs. That's what the good old tube told me. But I could be wrong about that. I don't know. People say stuff all the time. I'm starting to find out how much people just say stuff that ain't right. I think they spawn at the same spot, just a different group. I know they have a chance of switching, but they can only switch so far. So if you don't have all the drink zones discovered, right, and then you shoot one, then it can go spawn completely at a different spot. But if you have all the drink zones discovered, from what I've heard, this is all just information people say. There's no telling for sure who's right and wrong about the things they're saying sometimes. But if you discover all the drink zones first, then you can kind of control where they spawn a little bit better. Because once you have the zone discovered, it'll tell you it has like a set number that's with it. But I do know that you're supposed to spot them each time you kill one and they respawn. You're supposed to go find that zone. And if you use the one lake method, you basically can keep them spawning there because it's so far away from everything else. But if you want to switch something, you have to go shoot something here, leave it laying, and then go pick up and then go shoot something on the river. And you have a 50% chance of them switching. But I also do see the threes that you're kind of talking about. I mean, it seems to me like they are, that sometimes it looks like they're in threes and one of them is just a solo girl or something. Hey, there we go. We got that. But I can't tell really what's going on with it, but I don't really care. I'm following instructions. I'm just going to follow instructions and figure it out. The hard part for me is just all the constant. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. They do that because it's so big and far away from everything that they'll always spawn on that lake. You know, like they will, if you start shooting them on that lake, they're pretty much guaranteed to only spawn back on that lake, which makes it so easy because you don't have to go find all the other new ones. But yeah, if you want them to switch, you need to leave the one you shot at the lake lying dead on the ground and then go shoot another one at like the river or something, and then pick it up and then go pick up the one you shot at the one lake. I just see them use a 300 mag and shoot the whole group. Yep. That's what Lady Legend suggests. She just she said get the 300 mag, the Arzina 300 mag, and you can shoot them in the toe and they'll die from that, you know. But try and take out as many as you can. I will be using the Maraude just for trying to double my money. I'm not gonna fail 1,500 harvest checks, you know, and I'm probably not gonna just spam a whole bunch of bad shots at them. I'll probably just take it easy and slow, but I don't know. It can take like what, 3,000 animals though. It could take thousands of animals to get your great one. So I might change my mind. Obviously, if it starts going too slow. I don't want to take that process and make it 3 times longer than what it had to be. We did get a zone over here though, guys. So on this lake, for this lake, they spawn from here to here, right? They don't spawn down here at the edges. But I'm looking and seeing that I think we got all the current ones. Oh, nope, never mind. Hold on. We did already discover their zone, evidently. Oh, man, we actually do have to go back this way a little ways. I've seen some take like 5,000. Yeah. I'm wondering. I'm definitely wondering because I've heard some people say that if you don't spot all the zones first and then you shoot them on the one lake, then they can spawn somewhere else. And then I've heard other people on the internet say that they can't because the one lake's so far away. You know, hard for me to tell, but I do know Lady Legend. Well, hello. Thank you so much for the follow, Sakamomo. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. But I do know that Lady Legend, she's rated our channel a couple times too. It's supposed to be the hardest grind. That's why we're starting it. From what a lot of people say. Of course, that's all up to opinion because some people think the Red Fox grind's harder. Some people think maybe like Grey Wolf. I think maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure if people think the Grey Wolf grind's very hard or not, but I will say without a shadow of a doubt that most people I've seen when I'm looking up what's the hardest grind, because we want to start with the hardest one, they say the roe deer. So hopefully there's another drinking zone. There we go. There's another one over there too. We're getting some zones by George. We're getting some zones by George. I don't know how you could possibly, here's the thing. I don't know how you could possibly discover all the drink zones and then every time you kill like 50 of them, go find all the same drink zones. Cause you'd have to check every single spawn So if anybody has any advice for how to manage that part of the grind, please let me know. Because I've seen some people with like a bunch of followers on YouTube post the laziest video and sit there and be like, yeah, I know a lot of other people are posting videos about this, so this might look like I'm copying them, but I just wanted to make one of my own. And then they showed that they just bought Quattro. They hadn't even gotten the lookout posts yet. And what the crap? And then they're like, basically you just come down here and you shoot all the ones at this lake and you keep going until you get a great one. And that's literally the whole process. And I was like, God dang, that's going to take a minute. That's going to take a minute. The fox is harder because it's usually one per group. I think they're usually in pairs. I thought they were usually in pairs, but I don't know. I really don't know how often they're in pairs to how often they're in solos. I know that roe deer and fox are the only two great ones where you do have to worry about them being in a pair, though. And that's why people say that they're difficult. But I've had some people say fox, some people say roe deer. I see them in pairs all the freaking time. Oh my gosh. Lately, I see them in pairs all the time. But a lot of it was, I wasn't really stopping and looking for their partner. You know, I didn't realize their partner was there until I shot, and then they ran after. But it also maybe depends on the map you're on. I'm on Salzweisen. I see them in pairs a lot if you're on like the eastern side of the map where they're at in the woods. But then, and if you go over to like the western peninsula of that map, for some reason I feel like they are in solos more over there. You know. Yeah, it's hard to say, man, because a lot of it's hearsay. I mean, the game developers aren't releasing this information a lot. Like a lot of the stuff we're talking about. A lot of stuff we're talking about is people's experience with it, you know. So there's so much room for error because, you know, I mean, it's just so inconsistent from platform to platform, from, you know, one person's experience to the other. And they're obviously programmed a certain way, so there's some things that are more objectively just that's how it is, right? You know, but it's really hard to say. I've ran into people that have no problems with multiplayer at all, right? And our multiplayer is so goddamn broke, you can't even play it, you know, together unless you're on opposite sides of the map. I've even reached out to the people at Call of the Wild and mentioned it to them and, you know, inquired about it. And they're like, yeah, we're aware of it. We're going to try and work on fixing it. Haven't heard nothing about it being fixed since. And that was 3-4 months ago, 5 months ago, something like that. And then other people, depending on the platform you're on, they have no experience with it all. They had no idea it was even a problem. And some of them have just been used to it being a glitch for so long that they thought that's how the game was, you know. But me and my wife, we used to sit in deluxe blinds together and have animals walk right up to the blind. You know, if we were put the Fox Pro 10 meters in front of us upwind, put it 10 meters upwind of us, they'd walk right up to us. Now, if we're in a blind together, common raccoons will bust from 150, 170 before you can even see them. It's weird. Spent like $60 on Guns and Maps and then took a break, and now I just play once a week. Yep. I stream it once a week because we have so many games that we play. You know, I got like 19,000 reses in Battlefield 6, and I got Hunt Showdown. I've been playing the crap out of that, just trying to survive as a solo in the multiplayer versions. And then we got, you know, we got our weekly Marvel Rivals stream that we just started collabing with 2 other streamers on, and all sorts of stuff. I own almost every map. I don't own almost every map. I have a number of DLCs, but I don't own almost everything. That's for sure. All right, guys, we're going to keep looking for them. I'm surprised that we found as many zones as we did. Let's pop on down here real quick and see what we can find down here. Maybe there's some that already spawned right back over there. I was streaming Phasmophobia today. Super fun game. Haven't heard of that one. Then have every gun pack besides for like 4. I definitely don't have that many. I have a number of them that are, yeah. So this is the one lake. We got it pretty well set up. We don't have the tripod all the way down here that we should probably have. We should probably have one more tripod and tent all the way down there. But we don't. And I might put one down there later, but we'll see. And that one is fleeing, I think. I think he was fleeing. I think he calmed down now. Traveling. Hunting ghosts and figuring out what type they are before they kill you. That sounds interesting. But yeah, I'm in the same boat though. I usually been trying so many different things and it's so hard to find the time to play them all, which you think it wouldn't be as a streamer, right? But man, I get 15 million different suggestions like every week on what I should play. And none of it's bad. None of it's like, stop suggesting games to me, right? You know, but it's like, it gets to the point where the default answer is like, yeah, it sounds fun. Just like absolutely knowing there's no chance I'm going to be able to try all these games. That's a pretty decent one. Level 3, very easy. You know, he's got the potential to be diamond. He's not, you know, very highly likely to be diamond because he's up to 82 and diamond starts at 81.8. So he's pretty well a high gold, but hey, he's an all right one. He's got an all right set of antlers on him. He looks close to diamond. I got a diamond roe deer already, but this is going to be a great one grinder. We're really looking for something a little better. Let's see here, guys. All these guys look like we've already discovered all of them. So I'm going to run around and just keep scouting up to about here. Because that's about where they spawn, is up to about the outpost, just to the left of the outpost. Warning call. But I think we've discovered all of them on the one lake, which we really need to be worrying about some other places. But we got a little bit of time left until the zone disappears. We're just trying to double, triple check because as you guys saw in that first lake, as soon as we went to the first spot, even though we'd already scouted it before, there was already immediately a roe deer there that that we hadn't actually found the drinking zone for. So we're going to scout one more lake after this and before the time runs out. And then after it gets to be about 17:15, we're going to pop into an ATV and drive the river real quick. Make sure we haven't missed nothing on the river, especially the eastern and central area. We just checked the western side of it just last week. But this will be the part of the stream, guys, where we kind of do more scouting than killing, you know. And that's just something we're going to have to start getting better at, make it a little quicker. But I want to get this grind. I want to get the killing part underway on the grind, that's for sure. Okay, I don't mind being ran over by a roe deer. I'll tell you what. All right, we got a level 2 miner right there. Looks like that level 3 is the best one we've had right there. Is that a blonde, maybe? All right, drinking. It looks like we have, in fact, discovered pretty well all of them. We got a little bit more to go just to make sure. And we got these 2 western lakes figured out. They can... The next one is going to be the northeast side of this one and the top half of this one. And we can just pop over to this one first, run down here, check it real quick, and then it'll be about 17:15 and we can pop up to this one and check that real fast too. Got about 100 meters to go till we can see the very end of it, because they're about 480. We need to be about 380, 400 max before we can see them. And then we're popping over to that southeastern lake. But yeah, it looks like we've pretty thoroughly got all of them. Pretty thoroughly. All right, so the next one's going to be, where exactly do we want to put a tent? And I'm really thinking down here is going to be a good spot for a tent, you know, because, I mean, why not? There's no outpost right on that lake like there is on this one. This one's not got no roe deer at it. This one has an outpost right on it. So this one's definitely going to get some kind of tent on it. Probably over here on the more flat-ish area, if there's room there to even do it. Yep. So let's pop on over there real quick and get that before the time runs too late. Oh, guys. It's getting to the point where my tailbone's hurting so god dang bad I almost can't sit. Body's falling apart. $30 hit hard. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. It's 17:01 right now. I'm not gonna hop into an ATV just yet. Scratching, not picking. Scratching, not picking. But I probably should have hopped into an ATV, but I don't really care. We'll get down there pretty quick. Thank you very much. And if you see a honking boogie just pop out of my nose in the process of that, that was just coincidence. That was just purely an accident. Can't help it sometimes. Yeah, this is the slower part. Hey, we got a feed zone discovered for some Iberian Mouflon. Should we stop and get them real quick? I mean, they're pretty alert, but I think we got time to do it. Let's get a quick Iberian Mouflon real fast. That's the wrong site. Probably going to go for that guy. Probably going to go. He's a decent gold. He's not very good. If they'd ever stop moving, I thought they were eating. They don't look like they're eating to me. There he goes. There he goes. God dang it. God dang it. That's going to be pretty far back, but it's definitely going to be enough penetration to get what we need. If we didn't hit liver there and lung, I'll be shocked. That's going to be at least a liver left lung or liver right lung. I'm pretty sure it's liver left lung. Minimum of 2 vitals right there. Let's see what we got. He's definitely not diamond. He didn't meet the threshold of diamond, but he's a decent gold. So we're not going to taxidermize him. We're done taxidermizing anything that's not rare, diamond, or great one. We just can't keep spending the money on it. We'd have enough money for like 5 different great one grinds if we didn't waste a bunch of taxidermizing. 147. He's barely even gold, for crying out loud. He was 140 something to 170. He was at the bottom of the totem pole for that. We got a double lung on him. I thought we for sure got liver on that, but we got a double lung on him from 121 out with that Maradi, with a 450 session score and $977 cash money. Let's get down here and get this tent placed and a drinking zone set up. Sorry, drinking zone set up. What I'm trying to say here. No, I'm starting my first great one grind. The roe deer is my first ever great one grind. I've been that player that does nothing but daily challenges for years. I've never even tried. I've known about great one grinds for a long time, and I've never been interested in starting one. I just loved hunting at day, hunting at night, hunting at land, hunting at water, bow hunting, shotgun hunting, all of it. Never really been interested in the grind. And then I just got sick and tired of not having better trophies at some point. You know, making money is fun, but eventually you want a wall hanger. Eventually you really want a wall hanger. I've just ran around, even when I had a mule deer grind set up. Yep. I figured it's about time to start the grind. And I'm wondering how much longer I want to keep scouting and setting stuff up before I do start shooting them at that lake. Because like I said, the whole point of the lake is that, you know, they don't go nowhere. They just keep spawning back at that lake. That's supposed to be the whole point of the lake, you know. So I don't know. I think I have heard though that you do need to scout every single zone. There's a roe deer right there, which is good news for us. We're going to get their zone then. That's for sure. I think their zone should be there. But I have heard that you do need to make sure you scout every single possible drink zone. So we're double, triple checking, making sure. I've also heard that if you need to make sure if one's a pair or not, that what you need to do is shoot them in a non-lethal way. Take like a 22 LR and shoot the girl in the toe or something, or shoot the dude in the toe. Got a wild boar right here, and his girlfriend he'll flee, but then after a few seconds, his girlfriend will actually just turn and walk and go. So I'm trying to think of how many more tents we have. I could just look here and see. We got 5 more tents on us. I think we can purchase 2 more before we're maxed out on this map, but I'm not entirely sure. We started out with 13 when we started setting stuff up. We've bought 1 or 2 of them since. So I know that there's only 2 more max that we can buy, but it might be 1 more. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up there, and 4 up there. We got 9 placed. So either way, we can place 7 more. Hey, there's a good zone. See, that one's got 2 at it. And then it's the same zone. They overlap a lot, which is why I check. Trying to check the flowers like they're a need zone. All right, 2 of them there. There's 1 of them there. But we got the zone we just discovered wasn't the solo, so that's good. That's good. We've already scouted this spot out before, as you can see with all the drink zones. So if I find a new one, I prefer it to be the group. Well, hey, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much, Brian, for the sub. How are you doing, Brian? Welcome to Call of the Wild Wednesday. We're nearing the end of Call of the Wild Wednesday, but we do stream Call of the Wild twice every single Wednesday. All right, let's see here. These guys are going to spawn. They're going to be as low as right here. And I want this to be 280 meters south of it if I could. I know I could place 2 tents. And then just switch back and forth and switch the time. But I'm looking to save money and also not run out of tents. That was me on me. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Red Bull. Appreciate it quite a bit. I don't know that we're going to have flat enough terrain. I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to have flat enough terrain to do this, because the whole reason they spawn on the top half is because of how sharp the back half is. But that's A-okay. We'll figure it out. Actually, honey, take this and use the hotspot map. It'll have all the spots highlighted. You'll have all the spots highlighted. So the red ones are like there's a lot that's like they spawn there a lot, and the yellow spots are like they spawn there almost as much. Almost as much. But that's where all the parts of water are that they spawn on if you're looking for them. And honestly, it's getting to be where we're going to be running out of their spots soon, but yeah, this is pretty far out. If I can place it here, that'd be great. That'd be a lot better than not, but it's going to be kind of tough to find a spot to do so. Oh, okay. All right, that'll work. Ain't too tough after all. All right. So yeah, this will be where we can spawn here and walk up this way and pretty well instantly find them. Ain't gonna be no problem. Thankful that we figured that out. This one has an outpost just right there on the lake, so that's good. These 2 are gonna need one at it, but I want to make sure again that we don't spook anything too bad. So I'm going to go right here, grab an ATV, pick up my Fox Pro while I'm there, and then pop over to about 280 meters, 290 meters or whatever from either side, and place one there. That way I'm just right outside of spook range, because I only got 7 tents to work with, 6 now, and I only got 4 on me. So I want to make sure that all of this, the rest of this area, has the most efficient layout possible for only having, you know, a short number of tents, a small number of tents to work with. Let's put Hank up. He's not doing us no good, sitting there just getting bored. He'll just get unhappy. And let's go. We're going to go somewhere roughly over here. And I want to put this right about 300, 290, 300 out. I like to be a little extra cautious. Spook range, I think they said is about 270. So let's make sure, I'm going to make sure that the closest they could be, the absolute closest that they could be, which would be like right here, is at least 270 away, and it's not. And this one as well is, that one's a little further out at parts, like 330, which is fine. So that tells me I need to go back up this way a little bit, somewhere like right there. And make sure I put this up here where it's not going to be a problem for either one. I don't like having a short number of tents like this, but since you can only have 16, you know, it is what it is. Let's see here. So the top of this, right about here, I want to be about 280, which it is. And then this one right here, I want the closest part, because they're not going to be necessarily right on this mark. They could be a little closer in that mark, but that's 300 out. So I'm going to put this tent up and call that good, wherever I can find a decent spot for it right here. That's pretty wonky. There it goes. All right. That'll be a good spot. That'll be a good spot for that one. Now we're going to go drive to those tents and make sure, and that'll make sure that this lake, these two lakes, this, and this are all able to be checked pretty quickly, pretty darn quickly. The one that's a little bit further out, for me personally, that I'd like to put another tent on might be something like, you know, this one up here. There is a spot right there on it, except that it's kind of a problem. This map, these two small ones do not have roe deer spawning at it. And this one up here has roe deer spawning on the entire east end of it. So we'll probably put a tent somewhere over here if the terrain allows it, but it's probably not going to. You can see how kind of mountainous that's looking. So we might do something more like right over here on the trail, and that'll make it where we can pop over from either side. So we might put like 1, 2, and that'll be a good plan right there, I think. We 1000% forgot. I 1000%. We forgot. You guys forgot with me. Okay. We 1000% forgot. Mostly you guys, really, if you think about it, to go get my Fox Pro 360. I think Red Bull said he was going to remind me. He said, "Mecha, I swear I won't let you forget." And I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure, Red Bull? Because I kind of feel like you're going to let me forget." And he's like, "Man, have I ever? Have I ever?" And I said, "No, you're right." I'm kidding. All right. Anyway, let's see here. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Did I mention I'm kidding? Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. My social anxiety takes over sometimes. I have to make sure people know that I'm joking. So then it gets to a point where you say just kidding so much you start to get faster at it, right? And then you literally start to say JK, but you know, with like phonetics. And it's like, did I mention I was? It was just a joke. I was. All right, let's see here. He said, "Oops." He said, "Oops." See that right there? I got a little spike in cortisol. Like, did he know I was joking? He didn't put LOL on his message. It's a joke. It's a joke, Red Bull. Don't feed that bad wolf. That's a joke. That's a joke. I know you're joking. I know you're joking. God dang, I tell you what, if I could forget where my thing is a little better. All right. This is a spot where we got nearly mauled by a whole pack of them freaking Iberian wolf. We took out the whole need zone of Iberian wolf. Right, child. It was a fun time. All right, let's see here, guys. So we're good on the whole bottom left side of the map. This is fine. This, I don't necessarily... Well, thank you very much, Red Bull. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. There's that to make up for it. Thank you, bro, Chacho. You didn't have to do that. Very greatly appreciated, though. Thank you very much. All right, guys. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. So... this one right here, I'm not entirely sure, y'all, if we're really going to need to put one there as badly as some other places. These two lakes, no roe deer there. This one right here's kind of asking for it. Like I said, it's kind of asking for it because they spawn up here on this top part, right, cha. But before we go any further with all this stuff over here, we're going to try and pick out a spot on the top right, somewhere on the top right that really has, you know, honestly, we could go up here, honestly, but where's the edge of the map up here? I can't see the actual edge of the map. But this one's really close, so it's going to be really easy to drive over there. At the very least, we could at least drive over there to scout it out. This one doesn't have no roe deer at it. This one has them on this west side, so that's exactly where we're going to go. That's exactly where we're going to go, is right over here. Probably place it up here somewhere and call that good. So I'm going to place a mark about in that area, and we're going to fast travel up there. That's definitely one we're going to want to tent at, for sure, for sure. We're making great progress on this, guys. Honestly, we're making really great progress on it. We're very, very, very near the part where we're going to actually start, you know, the real fun part of the grind. Because right now we're in the grindy part of the grind. Hold on. Let me make sure. What do we have? Iberian mouth on. Let me take that off real quick just in case I forget not to. And let's see here. It's my first time running Restream without actually keeping the tab up the whole time, because in the back of my head is like, what if it shuts off the stream? What if it shuts off the stream, you know? All right, guys, let's see here. Thank you very much for those bits, Red Bull. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a heck of a lot, man. I am trying to make this an even more stable, you know, thing for my family and whatnot. And I know that sounds so cliche, guys. I very much do not like when people use their family as an excuse to try to get some sort of, you know, attention or whatever. But I'm genuinely, with my spinal condition and my breathing issues and now my freaking hands having issues, I'm genuinely trying to turn this into something for my family. So every one of y'all, even just watching right now, thank you very much. All right. Dramatic speech over. Let's see here. Join the Mechanexes. Thank you, Nightbot, for being the nightiest bot. That's a compliment, isn't it? I tell you what, guys, in the next couple of weeks, it doesn't bother me at all. Love helping you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Don't feel obligated to. That's absolutely for sure, though. Which I know you don't. My social anxiety's taking over again. All right, let's go. Let's move on. You are the best. You are all the best. Every one of you is the best. It's been really nice to see the channel grow. It's been insane to me that everything went as crazy as it did for the last 2 or 3 weeks and then just kind of shifted so much. But, I mean, honestly, I'm not really that upset about it. I'm more just shocked about it, honestly. Like I said, we went from having no viewers at all to all of a sudden we're having so many viewers. Our people were like, dude, do you see how many people are watching right now? Like, they were shocked by it. And then we just took too much time off of it, I guess. I guess we just took too much time off of it. But, you know, I also don't want to feed a bad wolf in that regard either, because I'm 1,000% not going to be a one video game person. I just can't. I have too much fun with a number of them. I love shooters. I love hunting games. This one has gotten, well, now that I found this one, obviously. And I love other games too, fun little community games and just all sorts of stuff. That's a good red deer zone. 8 red deer. I'll take that. So, I mean, I can't ever sit there, because if I sit there and play nothing but one game all the time, I'm 1,000% going to miss sometimes stupid little games like Roblox with my kids and whatnot. But speaking of which, we pretty much beat the system for how to take the world record on 99 nights, and we had everything figured out. We had the cave completely cleared. We had over 600 and something soups made, and you need 288 a day. And we got to the point where we survived overnight. We went to bed and survived overnight, right? And then my computer just DC'd. You know, that's what happened. My computer just kept, after so long, it just kept like undoing it and disconnecting me from Roblox. And the last time it did, it wouldn't let me sign back into it. And it wasn't the internet going out, because the other device that my kid was playing on that was also auto-clicking her way through the night with some soups, she didn't disconnect ever, like into the next day at all, not once. You know, so it was the computer disconnecting me somehow. If it wasn't for that, we would have broke the world record if they didn't update the game for 20 days. We had it done. We had the game. We had it all set up. We had the respawn machine ready to go. We hadn't used any of our respawns. Had 600 soups, for crying out loud. Just everything. Let's see here. But that'll probably be the last time I ever take a stab at that record. I did better staying up overnight on an Xbox than on a PC that way. That was crazy. All right, let's see here, guys. So this map, y'all, my hotspot map right here, shows that they only spawn basically right down the middle, a little bit closer to this side right here, right? So they spawn, this would be like the closest point on this side that they would spawn. Maybe up to here, right? And this right here is about where they're going to on this side. From what I'm seeing on the hotspot map, I hope the hotspot map is accurate, but that's 244 away. So we're going to go a little bit further out until that's about 290. And this, we want to be about 290 as well. So really, honestly, we want to go more up this way, just straight north. And I really don't want it to be, honestly, 285 is fine too. But let's see here. So this is going to be 295, 292. I could go even just a smidge closer to it, like right here. And hopefully that'll pan out 273. I mean, I don't have to have, there's no real perfect answer, I guess, because they could just, we're going to die. We're going to die. I don't know if y'all heard that, but we're going to die. Just kidding. We're going to murder them. Got another pack of wolves on the way, for crying out loud. If it would just let me place it already, that'd be just fantastic. There we go. There we go. That's just about what I'm looking for exactly. Let's get this ready for these freaking wolf, because we got... Oh, never mind. Hey, placing the tent saved our lives. All right, so let's get a... Whoa. Who cares? Oh, dang it. Pick up. Give me my arrow back, please. Thank you. We're going to get an ATV, pop down there real quick. It might be too late. It might not. We're going to pop down there real fast and see if we get a new zone by just scouting it with the ATV. It's one of the best ways to do it from what I've seen on YouTube, Lady Legends videos on it and whatnot. So I'm super excited to be getting better at this game finally. I should have been placing these tents a long time ago because we had them. We just been walking everywhere instead of placing tents, which is the dumbest possible way to do it. But here we go. Any zones? Any zones? I'm not even seeing the zones from the ones that were here, so looking like we did wait a little bit too long, but that's all right. Oh, there are some zones. These ones I'm pretty sure we have, but you never know. They could overlap. Deceit Ibex. Never mind. It's not even the right one. All right. But hey, we're getting it figured, guys. We're getting it figured. We got a couple more tents we're probably going to place. Like I said, this one's good to go. We'll hold off on this one until we know where we want to put another one. This one I really want to put some at as well, but this one's going to have one because there ain't nothing for it. There ain't nothing for it if we don't put one over there. This one also could use one on this side because they spawn on the bottom left. And I can see where she put a lot of hers too, so that might work out. But right now, this right here is 1,000% going to be where we need to put another one. And I'm hoping maybe I can just put it right over here, but that's going to be really hard to find a spot to do that. But fast travel over here, grab an ATV, drive it west on that trail, and take a couple rights and a left, and we'll be cooking with Crisco. We'll be cooking with Crisco. Let's go, guys. We're getting this grind done. We're getting this grind done. We haven't got to the fun part yet, but it's going to be worth it. All right, so west, take 2 rights, and then we'll turn left into the woods. Now, I do wonder, guys, is there a spot on the game where you can actually see your kills that you didn't harvest? Like, if you kill an animal, it dies, and you didn't harvest it, is there a spot where you can check that? I've never heard of one, but I wonder. I do wonder. How many tents do we still have? Well, I think we can still place 5 more. We only have 2 or 3 on hand, and we can place 4 or 5 more. That should be plenty to work with, honestly. We will be having also, guys, this is going to be fun. We're going to be having a second capture card hooked up to the PC that we stream from, and that's going to make it, y'all, where we can actually include Mrs. MECHA's feed. So whenever an animal pops in front of her, she could be on a totally different map, and we could just switch over to a different scene that includes her screen as well. And I think that's going to be real fun. It'll show what she's hunting, and we could celebrate with her when she gets one. It's going to be able to plug in right here straight to the PC. I do wonder if we have to have, you know, like if we had her use an Xbox that's all the way in the other room, because we have 2 other Xboxes besides mine. They're both S's. I got an X. Bottom, you know, the kiddos can join, you know, Dad on some Call of the Wild and whatnot, but I wonder if there's a wireless, y'all might know this better than I do. I wonder if there's a wireless receiver and transmitter for HDMI cables. So I could just plug it straight in. It'd be kind of difficult though at the same time. Now that I think about it, because a capture card has to have 2 HDMI connections instead of one. So it'd be like 4 total transmitters, or well, 2 transmitters and 2 receivers. All right, guys, let's see here. Let's see here about where, if anywhere, we can place this thing on this side of the lake. Because, like I said, they all spawn on this from here to here, basically the smooth part, right? And I want to be, okay, anyway. I want to be at least 290 away from where they spawn. Me personally, I do anyway. Looks like we do have something spawning over here. I'm gonna crap my pants if this is a roe deer zone. Okay. But I say this is not supposed to be where roe deer spawn, and it's too late for it anyway, but looks like we will be able to fit one in over here. But instead of putting it over there toward where they spawn, I'm gonna just squeeze it in right chaw. That's gonna be about perfect actually. And we'll be moving on to the next. So I think we got one more tent, so we can place 3 more total. We only got 1 on hand, though, and I'm thinking we're going to make it right here. But I want to double check and make sure, because I also don't want to neglect the river if we need another one at the river, which we very well might. So yeah, the river's kind of asking for one, I'll be honest. But at the same go, it's kind of hard. What'd you get really frustrated for? What happened? What happened? Did something troll you? Did something troll you? Let's see here. The river, they do spawn from here down to here. But we could very easily pop up here and drive along this side. Kind of makes me wonder if we do want to put one. I don't know. This right here is definitely looking like where we want to do that. If we can put one over here, that's actually very likely going to be where we want the next one to be, because this is where some of them are. However, this spot right here, this lake has a whole circle. Like they go all the way around on this lake right here, but I don't know that we're going to find a spot that's 290 away from them right here, unless we go above it instead of below it. And the lake right above it does not have, as far as I can see, any roe deer spawns. We got one on each end of this river, which is great. But hard to see. Hard to say. I am thinking probably something more like this, because this is one that we don't have any way of approaching from that end. And we can get 2 more later on, but we'll go over here somewhere, place the last one, and probably just switch to hunting something else before we go. And get 1 or 2 more kills so we don't bore you all to death, and call that good for the stream. We're supposed to have a maximum of like 7 more minutes. We're supposed to do a maximum of 3 hours. I'm just here for the lurk. Thank you, Turtles, very much for lurking, bro. Appreciate that a ton. You might have to put exclamation lurk just by itself for a bot to pick it up, but I'm not sure. I have crickets for my bearded dragon. Bearded dragons are cool. Thank you very much for training those squirrels for world domination. World domination, if I could talk today. They are in a tank for breeding, and I spilt water in it, so I had to take them all out so they didn't drown. 3 jumped out, and I had to find them. That's the #1 reason why I don't want a lizard in my house, is I don't want crickets getting around. I hate when they crawl on you. I've had them crawl on you at night. I woke up to the feeling of them crawling on my arm. Let's see here. Grab this real quick. Thank you, Turtles, for the lurk, Brochacho. Shout out Turtles, guys. Shout out Turtles for sure. He's an awesome person. I'm going to go ahead and shout him out right now. Last seen playing Black Ops 2. Not surprised. It's an awesome game. It's an awesome game for PlayStation right now, especially. All right, guys, let's see here. I'd be playing it right now too if they just refreshed it for Xbox. I was 99.9% sure it came out for PlayStation the first time, so I didn't really know why they released it, so to say, for for PlayStation Now. Did they skip PlayStation or something like that for those 2 games? I'm wondering why they didn't just re-release it or make new servers for Xbox. But I don't know how that works either, because it is a cross-platform game, right? So, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know. So wouldn't it be the same server? You know? I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. Go up a little further, but we'll start to cut it in now. I mean, honestly, it's looking like a good time too. I was wrong. I was entirely wrong. Well, there's a road here right there. Dim deer, dim deer, dim deer, dim deer. Come on now. Come on now, ATV. All terrain, my freaking foot. All right. God, it is hot in here. Babe, are you hot? It is almost, it's 80 something degrees in our apartment right now. It is ridiculous. Yeah, is that what you just did? Because it's getting too hot, yeah? Few like 20 minutes ago or whatever it was. Yeah, this is crazy that it's this bad. All right, let's see. This could be definitely a good spot. Definitely a good spot. All right, let's see here. Gonna make sure. Then they're gonna be up to about right here. That's even further out than we need. So we'll get this a little closer. And scratching, not picking. Scratching, not picking. Picking, not scratching. Wrong finger. Don't freak out. It's the wrong finger. I never eat them on stream. I'm just kidding. Oh God. 290. All right, let's see if we can get this placed somewhere in the vicinity. Not looking the absolute best, but that's okay. I'll push it back a little bit further if I have to as well. I don't prefer to push it this far back, but, you know, let's see where we can get it to go. There we go. All right, so that puts us about 310 out. That's further out than I want it to be, but that's all right. That ain't too bad, you know. At least I know that when I show up that they're not going to spook, you know, and I might have to approach pretty carefully, but this one right here, too, I can do the same thing. I like to be a little extra cautious and make sure that they're actually there. But probably not the most efficient, probably wastes a lot of time, not gonna lie. All right, guys, so we have everything set up. We're definitely gonna want to put one like on this lake and like on the other side of this lake right here. And then we'll have, I think that's basically it, because right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this lake, 6 down here, right? We got a 7th right here, right? And we got 4 right here, so that's 11. Then we got 12, 13, 14. So yeah, we can put 2 more on the map. Right here's definitely going to be one. And I think the other one's going to be right there. But before I make up my mind on that, we'll have plenty of time to kill some more animals and figure it out. So this one right here is not going to need any because there's no roe deer right there. This one here already has one. So yeah, I think we're about cooking with Crisco. If I put one right here and then, I don't know, one over here, that'll make it pretty darn easy. For now though, guys, we're going to change the time one more time. We got a west wind. It might not stay that way, but we do have a west wind. So I'm going to go over here near these fields. That'll be a good spot. And we're going to change the time and get at least 1 or 2 kills before we hop off and call it a night. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. It is greatly appreciated. And I hope you guys are having at least some kind of fun compared to the overjoyous amount of fun I'm having. We're grinding out, spotting 1,000. I'm joking. I do love this game. I do. I've never done grind before. This is definitely grindy. I can see why they come up with the name grind. But anyway, I'm teasing. Let's see here. I don't know what we're going to hunt, y'all. I really don't. We're just going to basically make it. I was going to say we're going to make it daytime. I might not even do that, but I think we will. We'll make it like 6:30 in the morning, you know, nice and light out, and basically walk. Okay, we have the opposite wind now. The wind shifted quite a bit on us. So we're going to pop down here real quick and start walking our way northeast from there. So let's see, which one do we want to go to? Probably this one, but yeah, I think I'm going to pop over right about Cha, and just start walking northeast, and we'll see what we come up with. Make a little bit more money, you know, end things on a little bit more exciting of a note than just scouting the whole time. We never did get those 2 muleys with a shotgun, that's for sure. They just freaking would not cooperate, but we got all the other challenges, including the weekly, done. Easy weekly this week. I was super happy. That weekly took less time than any of the dailies. Iberian wolf fleeing, it's always fun. Hopefully there's a zone somewhere 80 meters in this direction that we can get from them. We're getting some kind of drinking zone, that's for sure. It's an Iberian wolf drinking zone. It sure freaking is. Hey, look at this, guys. Look at this. By George, we get an Iberian wolf right off the bat. Look, what is he doing? Level 7, very hard. He's walking straight into the water. Are you seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? What in the world? Did y'all see that? It's the elusive largemouth Iberian wolf. Never seen one before. Oh, there we go. Oh, whoa, there he goes. Whoa, he's a rare. Hold up. That's a rare fur color on him, isn't it? I think he is. I think he's a rare fur. Is he? 70 to 90. Should we do it? Straight through the keister? He might not have been a rare. I thought I saw a pattern on him that was not typical. I could be wrong. God dang it. I want to shoot him so bad. He's not that rare as far as difficulty goes. So, I mean, we could always give it a shot. Right in the keister. Oh, man, we missed the second shot. He's hurting. He's definitely bleeding. He already went to 50-75, but, you know, I don't think we could have got through to a liver. I don't know that we did. I think we got a non-vital from how long it's taken him to die, because he's going down right there. But that don't mean that we got the right organ. I'm 900% sure we just got intestines. Intestines or stomach, because he took way too long for anything else to kill him. On the 0.0593% chance that we got a liver, barely scratched it, and only the liver, and he somehow died, then fine. But I don't think, non-vital organ. Yep, we got it, intestines. I can't hear you, honey. Yeah, I think it might have unplugged or something. I can hear it moving when you move it, but I can't hear your voice. Like it's now I can. Well, look at that. By George, look at that. We'll take a freebie. Just ran right up to her. All right, whatever. She should die pretty quick. And yeah, we got her right in the face. Nope. Single lung or something. Yep, right lung. Yep. All right. Got her from 19.09 with that 420 grit arrow, 772 score for that session, and $1,051 in the pocket. I won't complain about it. I guess they do have a pattern to them, even if they're not rare fur types. It's just weird to me that they do. I thought that other guy looked a little more splotchy, though. He clearly wasn't piebald, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. Let's see here. We got to be closing in on him soon because we've made it a ways. There he is. There he is. Non-vital on him. Let's see what his fur did look like, though. I think it was a normal fur color, and I just tripped. I'm going to be pretty upset with myself if it didn't. Gray-brown, yep. So we got, oh, man, we've shot him before. We've shot him before at some point. Oh, we did hit the second shot. Yeah, we did hit the second shot. All right, cool. Well, hey, that's all right, though. We got him in the stomach, sacrum, and coccyx, and then a bunch of leg bones. I don't understand how that right there, the right fibula, how did we shoot there? Look at that. Look at that x-ray, guys. How did we get the front right paw on that shot? Isn't that weird? Anyway, who knows? We got that 300 session score on that one and $831 cash because we didn't pass the harvest check. Who cares? Who cares? He was not a wall hanger. I care because I want money. But all right, guys, let's see here. We're going to kill one more item, one more manimal of some kind. I'm not sure which one. And then wrap things up from there. My neck is screaming and so are my wrists. So, let's see. We're just going to walk into the wind a little more. Northwest is not going to get us very far, though. That's a pretty good shift in direction because we had, it's like a good 45 degree shift, 90 degree shift, something like that. We're going to pop over here real quick and start walking into the wind, get one more kill. But hey, a wolf. A freebie wolf, I'll take that. You know, I feel like Iberian wolf are way easier to hunt than gray wolf. That's what I'm saying. They're like a subspecies or a relative of the gray wolf, but I feel like Iberian wolf are just way super easy to hunt. Did you just get killed or what are you doing? Oh, okay, never mind. Her screen, I can see her screen for the whole thing turned sideways for a second. She's on an ATV. I was like, how did you just get killed? Well, good. I still can't hear you. I think it's going out on this. There it is. Now it's on, I think. Yeah, it's going out. It's going out for sure. All right, let's see what the last animal, guys. We got one more kill in us before we wrap things up. We'll be on tomorrow for Thumbstick Thursday, but that's just whatever we feel like playing, no matter what it is. Likely to be some Hunt Showdown. I'm feeling Hunt Showdown for tomorrow, so we will see. Kind of hard to tell. It might be a little bit of everything, right? But thank you guys very much for tuning in. We play Call of the Wild every Wednesday for Call of the Wild Wednesday twice. We do 2 streams. They're about 2 to 3 hours a piece because we can't usually stay sitting up for like the full 5, 6, 7 hour thing very often. Tomorrow I go live at the same times. My schedule is posted on the platform that you are on. And so it'll always tell you according to your time zone. But I don't mean that as in go look. I'll tell you, it's 5 p.m. if you're Pacific for the evening stream. The first stream's earlier. I'll start with that one. 10 a.m. if you're Pacific, so on the West Coast. If you're Mountain Time, it's 11. If you're in Central, it's noon. And if you're in Eastern, it's 1 p.m. is when the first stream starts. It's scheduled for 2 hours, can go over, but just depends on how much I'm, able to. And then the second stream is always, and these are all, these are the regular times for Tuesday through Friday, is this evening time right here. 5 p.m. if you're on Pacific, 6 p.m. if you're on Mountain, 7 if you're in Central, and 8 if you're in Eastern. But that's Tuesday through Friday. The earlier one, the 11 through 1 p.m. one, that's only Wednesdays and Thursdays. So we do every single evening, Tuesday through Friday, but Wednesdays and Thursdays, we do an earlier one too, just to have a little bit more time on the screen and say hi to some of our people that, also watch on their lunch breaks and stuff like that. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. Oh, absolutely. Thank you for asking. Long story short, if you want to know right off the top of your head when I'm on, probably 7 p.m. Central. But we like to make it complicated, right? We also do community game night, game day, really, every Saturday. Hey, look at that, guys. We got some Iberian Mouflon right in front of us. And we have a wild boar, which I have yet to kill on this map, so we're going to switch to the wild boar. They got an excellent sense of hearing and smell. The Iberian Mouflon are fleeing anyway. That's a good-looking Iberian Mouflon in the back there, though. What is that? Up to 155. Up to 155. I can't read because I didn't take the boar down. Up to 155. Oh, that's not very good. I thought it was good. That's not very good at all. That's barely even gold. All right. All right, y'all. Let's see if we can wrap things up with a quick boar kill. Good thing we got that zone before we did real quick. They got excellent hearing and smell. Thankfully, they've calmed down quite a bit. We can call them in, but I think we're just going to shoot them laying down, I'll be honest with you. Instead of making it more difficult, I think we're just going to do that. What do we got right here? 66 to 99. That's barely even gold. We don't got no good boar over here. So there's that 155er. I'm halfway tempted to switch back to the Iberian Mouflon, but honestly, I just haven't shot a boar in so long. We'll take out one of the chicks. That way we know we have more dudes to shoot later if we ever need it. And I'm just going to rotate a little bit like this till I get a better angle at her. Is that a second set of boar? That didn't sound like a boar, though. All right, that's going to be a good angle. Flat nose, hard cast bull to be fine for this angle. We're obviously going to get a little bit more than lung, but that is A-okay with me. All right, guys, last kill of the stream. Here we go. Instant. All right, let's go. Obviously not going to be a wall hanger, but she'll be money in our pocket, and we'll take that for sure. All right, guys, let's see what we got right here. We got her from 97.90 meters right there with the Marathi lever action with the flat nose hard cast round. Oh, we got through to the skull. Look at that. I was wondering how in the world we failed that. Look at that. We went you were knocked out. We went all the way through her belly into the skull. Just barely missed the brain, but we got her skull technically. I can't believe we got that type of penetration. I mean, God dang. Oh, well. So we got it from 97.90. We got left lung, heart, and skull for a 225 score for that session and $729 in our wallet. But hey, she didn't suffer. I can tell you that much. She didn't suffer. That's for sure. All right, guys, that'll do it for now, guys. Thank you for joining me for another Call of the Wild Wednesday. We are on every single Wednesday at the same exact time. We are an extremely consistent channel. Join us on our journey trying to grow this page. And whether we see you again tomorrow, next week, next month, or whatever it is, thank you for joining us, guys. And I hope until next time that y'all take care. We'll see you later. Hold up. Thank you, Frozen, very much. Thank you, Frozen, very much for gifting that sub to Red Bull. I appreciate that a whole heck of a lot. Red Bull, thank you for all the biddies. Frozen, thank you very much for catching me off guard with such an awesome thing to do. You are the absolute best. Appreciate both of you guys. Undid the end of the stream right there with that one, dude. That's funny. That was a good one. All right. Love you. Love you all dearly. Frozen, you rock. Red Bull, Limp, Turtles, all y'all. Calavian, G-Man. Everybody. All right. Have an amazing night yourself. Love y'all. Bye.